point to Kevin for working on the fly last week,
Oh.
grabbing an image, creating something, a map that we could all use, so it wasn't just randomly like, I thought you said there was an island here. I did, but not there. But here? No, not there. And so greatly appreciated. Thank you. And also thanks to everybody for showing up and playing, but also dealing with technical difficulties while I had to travel for work. So I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So that said,
Yep, no worries.
I have a couple questions that we don't have to jump into and use, but if anybody doesn't have inspiration and would like to try to answer a question, this is a great way to grab that.
What if we do have inspiration?
You could get double inspiration. I mean,
Okay.
you can't use it as double inspiration, but you could get a backup insp if
Yeah.
you want. I just
Okay.
I really like
At
stealing
some
the
point,
bard's ability, so just
I'll have to
taking it
keep
away.
track of it because I'm at like 5 now.
Do I get the 3 inspiration that Mel had? Or
No. Nope.
Okay.
That's in
You
the
get to-
sword right now.
You get
It's
to
in the
play 2
branch.
characters, so no.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question I have is, who survived from the weirdos? There was a cleric, a wizard, and a druid. Okay, and a giant crocodile whose name was Crikey, but the crocodile got killed pretty quick.
Well,
That was odd.
yeah.
Going to say, wasn't it the cleric?
No, that's why we had Jen answer first.
Okay, good.
So I'm glad you said that, because on the sheet that I was keeping track of stuff, there was like both the druid and the wizard had hit points left, and I'm like, I
No,
don't
they
remember.
super died.
Yeah, the druid definitely died.
And the,
Yeah.
and the
that got
cleric was-
taken out by
the cleric was taking damage whenever the wizard took damage. 'cause
right,
they had a
so that-
shared
that
spell.
thing-
Instead of the wizard.
Yes.
Yeah, and plus the stuff that we've got the 2 brass keys, we got the filter of love, the Tide
from the
Reaper's
cleric.
Tear, and those were from the 2 different ones, the cleric
Yes.
and the druid. So
I actually have a couple other things to bring up just to make sure that you guys are aware of it. Okay, so the wizard is with you guys. I'm going to move you guys to the actual map, and that way I want to do some zoom-ins if nobody did it last week for what these guys look like, because they look pretty messed up, and the art that this adventure has provided isn't that great, but these guys, the art for this definitely makes them look like they are as messed up as they are. So you guys are all way down at the bottom. You made a map, so let's go over here.
Good news, guys. D&D or Beyond 20 is now adding our modifiers when we attack.
nice. Now hold on. Let's.
Come on, roll
Unless they
20.
only updated mine because I sent them over 150 emails.
No. Oh well. It's operating slow, so eventually got to that second one that I didn't mean to roll, but that's okay. They were both correct. Now I need to check on Gust.
Boost.
I guarantee that stupid staff is not gonna work. It's just gonna say like, "Hey, did you know that this is a staff?" Yes, I knew that was a staff. Thank you.
Right, exactly. This is still a staff.
All right.
Keep
As-
using it. It's just a staff.
As
Right.
we go back.
I'm trying to use it.
As we go back to this.
There it
This
is.
was
The wizard? Or
the wizard. That was
Ah,
the wizard.
jeez.
Yep. This
This
was
elixir of life does not look very good.
This was the cleric. And this was the druid.
Okay,
Mm.
I'm upset that I used pictures that I had that I could just grab and find, because holy shit, this would have changed drastically
What you would have
how
run.
we interacted with these people, because the wizard would not currently be alive. But I mean, we've made our bed, but
Now we have to
holy
line it.
shit.
All right,
So that's how you decide who you're going to kill in game, is just order of ugliness?
I mean,
Yeah, that's why we're all gorgeous. That was the whole thing, I thought. when you lost
were
Mel, but
working
then you were like,
towards
we have to find something else, but make her hot. I thought you were on board with this.
Sorry. I am totally on board with it.
Also, no.
what
The fact that their
Expect-
dead ghost faces are melting off their bodies also helps. But like without being zombies, but yet somehow being way more terrifying than.
Yeah. Because they don't have all the downsides of zombies.
Right.
They just have
Oh,
zombie
they're
face.
slow?
That's the
No, they're
scariest
casting
part.
spells. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, they were even worse. Even worse. All right, so does anybody else
And they
need
don't
inspiration
take cleric stuff?
as far as questions go? 'Cause I'm happy to
I mean,
ask them. Does anybody remember the name that the weirdos kept saying last time?
All we were talking about was making it into like sap or something. But
Oh, it was the
No.
blood. You need the blood to make the sap, and the sap makes the water, and the water makes the tears go away.
and then hate leads to the dark side.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So
Anger
they
leads to
kept
suffering.
saying the word Handria, and they kept referring to each other as Handria, and that's literally H and then the word Andrea, Handria. All right, another question for anybody that wants inspiration: how much was the toll that you all had to pay in Megadon? As a further hint, it was the steepest one you had to pay.
Yeah, what was that? That was.
All right,
I don't remember.
I'll keep going if
made it,
somebody wants to go back to it.
I want
What
to
is
say
the-
25, but I don't know.
That's
Right.
a guess. It's a guess. What is the name of the swamp you guys are currently in?
Can you bring the map up real quick?
That's why I moved you back here. I was like, in case, just in case.
In case
I
they
can
can
see it.
read.
All right, no takers?
No.
All right, so you guys are currently in the Sour Lake Swamp, and the toll in Megadon was 10 gold pieces a head to pass through Megadon. Now, one item that you did find on the cleric, even though I don't know, maybe maybe I have this backwards. Maybe this was the cleric. They're all called Handria, so I don't know. But
Right.
um,
I am Handria. I am
no,
Handria.
I am Handria. Yeah, all right, Spartacus, knock it off.
How'd you know?
Where's it? So, you guys find.
Not that
Four
it really
more
matters at the
levels.
moment, but I can't
Awesome.
see anything.
Yeah.
Can anybody else not see anything?
Correct.
yeah, it looks like I'm on my own in this place too. I don't see anyone else logged in.
Logged
everybody-
in?
Look, you're not in Roll20.
You're
right
in the
now.
wrong game.
I'm in Icarus. Sky is burning.
Yeah, I don't see you there.
Actually,
I'm not-
I see myself as the only one in as well.
Huh.
Yep.
Good
Huh,
thing D&D Beyond got fixed so that Roll20 could say, fuck those two.
I mean,
Yeah, I've got... Well, they just lost TJ, but...
I just refreshed and then that's what happened.
Oh...
can people see things now?
I
Nope.
can see them. I can see a
No,
Marsh attack map.
It
I got a
flashed.
green screen and then
For a
a black square or rectangle.
It's because I cast darkness.
Oh. I just refreshed and now I'm back.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
how you
so-
managed to pull that off. Because I figured, like, Roll20 was crashing or something.
All right, so Venice, let me find you.
I've heard some horror stories about it, but we haven't really run into it too much.
Dynamic lighting, vision. DDD. What's your night? What's your dark vision out to, Savanus? Is it 30 or 60? I think it's 30, isn't it?
60.
60. 60.
Oh, now I see everybody. Cool.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there you are.
All right. Handria. Yeah, Handria, can you see? No. Moruk, can you see?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I can't see either, but you know, that's. But I can see the actual icons of people at the bottom left now. Which
Wait
is
a minute.
great.
Hold on. You can't see anything, Savannah?
I
thought you
can't
said
see
you could.
anything. I can see the names now, though. Like I wasn't able to see anyone's name at the bottom, in the bottom of the screen before.
That doesn't make any sense. Like,
I can't see anything, and I am still the only name on the bottom
I
of the
had to
screen.
exit and like full exit the tab and
Got it.
create a new
I'll do
tab in
that.
order to get back in.
Okay.
so Venice, can you do a refresh just before I try anything else with you?
No one else can see stuff.
This is so weird.
Hold on. Just, you continue. I'm signing in.
I thought you were. Oh, you're. Okay, I got you.
I'm signing into the technical
I'm
side.
going into.
And now I'm back to being alone.
Good.
And now I was just able to sign in and get back in, and I see everybody's names, and it's all dark.
That's a trade we're willing to make. Alright. Hold on. I'll work on that. Eric, you try and get yourself in.
That's what I'm doing again. I'm gonna
Tom,
see if I
you
can
move
get back.
forward.
Okay, let's do this. So you guys have. So the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys that you have access to is a torch staff, which the cleric was wielding. I think the cleric was wielding. You know what? I'm just going to say the wizard was wielding it. Doesn't matter. The torch staff is as follows, and I think there's one person particularly, well, maybe two people in the party that might think that this is an interesting item. The torch staff is a quarterstaff. However, the quarterstaff resembles a shepherd's crook with a flaming hooded lantern made of bronze swinging from the end. If you hit a target with this weapon while the hood is raised, the target takes an additional 1d6 fire damage.
Hot.
So I'm thinking it's potentially a monk's weapon, but it's also something a spellcaster could use quite handily. So if anybody's interested in that, it is an available thing to grab. But with that said, you guys defeated the Handrias as they came to try and take you for use in their potions and brewing practices. You left the wizard alive, and the wizard said, "Oh, please don't kill me," and or something to that effect. And apparently, you didn't realize how unhot they were, so you took mercy on them. And they have said that they will lead you back to their lair, where they have a prisoner or prisoners, as
Dun, dun, dun.
provided you don't kill them.
Now we won't.
Okay. So anything else that people
Later.
want to do, say, interact before we move to another map, which will probably be even worse for everybody to see.
Now everyone can see.
Yep, I can see.
Was there?
Yep.
What was Kevin? What was the thing that was keeping it from happening?
No one had control of their characters.
I see. So this may happen on the next map. So everybody hold on to your butts, but we'll get there. All right.
Holding sphincter.
That's okay. It's easy to fix.
Nice. All right. So you guys set off. You're going to need to take 2 boats because remember, a boat can handle up to 3 people. So I kind of marked out the people in the boats here, but if we want to change that around, we can do it. And after maybe about half hour, 45 minutes of rowing, you guys approach what appears to be a broad, soggy island covered with bare branch trees. There's a half-sunken cluster of 4 wooden shacks surrounded by maybe a low, uneven fence with just bones everywhere, scattered in piles. There's a rotted dock that stretches out from the island, and a cluster of some 13 boats float in the nearby waters or are propped up on fallen logs. Clearly what must have been previous victims' methods of travel. And so with that, let's move to the next map. Also, let's do this. Let's put on some swamp music, shall we? Swamp music.
Not a big fan of Sonic.
That's when you find the tavern in the swamp.
I found like a banjo synthwave that was recommended on YouTube and put it on the TV to annoy Carolyn, and then she wasn't annoyed and she goes, "This has no business being this good."
And then you went, "Oh no, what have I unlocked?"
Yeah.
What have I done? Yeah.
And now that's backfired. Now she listens to it all the time, and so
No, thankfully.
so now I'm the one being annoyed.
I have moved everybody over here. I guess what I need to do is make sure people have access to their players. Can everybody see themselves on this map or no?
Nope.
No, I'm working on it.
mean, can I really even see myself here?
Dynamic lighting. Is it daylight mode on this, Tom?
It should be. I'm gonna double check it right now.
No, it wasn't. So I was asking so that I could put it to.
No, you know what? Yeah, please put it on daylight mode. In fact, I'm gonna update a couple
Yep,
other things.
everyone's got control. I put it on daylight mode, so now we can see the island. There's trees that are blocking kind of the path, sort of thing, or the vision. I'm actually going to do this as well, so that you can check whenever you need to. I'm streaming it on Discord so that you can see our perspective
Oh, cool.
for future ref.
All right.
That's short
Means I
for
just need to get-
referee.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad you're breaking it down for me. I think what I'm going to do is, if I need to check, I'll look at my phone, just so I don't have to bounce between screens to get back there. But as you guys pull up to the aisle... Sorry, go ahead, Kevin. What?
No, I was saying you do you. Whatever you have to do to make it work. I was not trying to interrupt.
No, what I'm saying is, I guarantee that if I try and look at that on my computer while rolling Roll20 and Discord at the same time, everything will lag so bad that it'll be the final battle.
I hear you. I'm just saying, you do you. You do whatever you need to do.
All right, thank you. So, you guys approach this island. There are clearly a series of huts. The wizard, horribly beaten and bashed from what you guys did to them, is sitting in the front, and no one has mentioned anything about healing as you approach this island. And what do you
No, incorrect. We definitely said short rest.
did
We
you?
had.
We did.
Dude,
There was a whole
I'm gonna
discussion on
stab
this.
you.
100%.
I'm
Did you?
gonna send you the recording, and then I'm gonna
Would the-
drive up to Maine and
would the
beat you
wizard-
with a stick.
Would the wizard have gotten a short rest as well then?
The wizard wants a short rest. I mean, the wizard's sitting there. I don't know if, if we feel like we need to tie her up or whatever. If
No,
not,
we were
it's kind.
waterboarding her.
I don't think
We were
so.
just dunking her head constantly up and down underwater, waterboarding her while we were resting.
Yeah, just.
Oh, no, you just
there's
tied
there,
to the,
there's no
the
watch
bow.
being taken. It's more just different turns taken. All right, it's
As
your
a-
hour to torture the witch.
As a as a future bog witch, she loves it. Kristen and Torrent are abhorred by what they see, but Hadir is like, ooh, I'll watch this for a while.
Yeah, we're horrified by her face as well. That's why we're washing it off.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? You're on boats. You've come up to this island. The wizard is like,
This is the place. It's right here. This is where we live. The keys will open the huts. Can I go now?
Where are you trying to go?
Not near you.
Too late. You're already near us.
You
Right.
beat me pretty bad. I
You
don't like
started this.
it. Well, I'm not gonna make any brews out of you, so I'd like to go now, please.
Too bad we haven't ended it yet. You started it, we haven't ended it. So come
You said if I'd
on,
let
it's
you
gonna
get
be
to the island,
fine.
I'd leave. I just
You
wanna
know
go.
what? That's
You're
a
not
very
dead.
nice,
Relax.
I
you
just
know,
wanna
projection.
go. I don't wanna
It's
be
noted,
bothered.
but we're just gonna continue on. So come on, it's gonna be fun.
I don't like it.
so I will drift you guys over to the dock. Yes? Oh my god, you got left behind.
We start dunking her again.
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Dolan, I'm still using the graphic from last week. If you're still down with it, if we want to change that, we can change it, obviously. So you guys drift over to the dock, and what does everybody give me a perception check? Savannah's already coming in hot. Not as hot as before, but coming in hot.
The +8 helps disguise how mediocre of a roll it was.
However.
Oh,
that's funny.
well,
Nim with a double 20?
so
No,
good he
it's-
did it twice.
It's funny because it's like, oh wow, someone else. Oh no, that's just because I have the other window open too, for the behind the scenes one.
I thought for some reason you were like, oh, I have advantage on checks like this,
And I
roll-
fucking
roll-
destroyed it. No, it just registered it on both of them.
Gotcha. All right, so as everybody else is maybe like fumbling around the boat or working on navigating up closer to the dock to make sure that you can dock on the pier, you guys notice that some of the bones, which are literally like on the map, you kind of see these big piles that are like right here and right here. You see that these bones are everywhere. However, there are some that you suppose look like they're pretty intact, as in there's full skeletons. And with that, you recognize that these are all humanoids. Like, the business has apparently been very good for the Handrias, and they've been making their stuff and things for quite some time. And so Handria, the wizard, will ask,
I've led you to the island. Can I? What else do you want from me? Just let me go. I'll take one of those boats over there and leave.
Can you talk to me about this stuff?
We make potions. It's pretty obvious.
Well, I don't see any potions around here. Where are the potions
No,
at?
also, there seem to be 3 huts, and we've only got 2 keys, so we're gonna have to investigate these.
Each of the keys will work on each of the huts. It's not one-to-one.
Oh, okay.
We shared and share alike. We are all Handrias, after all.
Well, I mean, you didn't share in the death of your comrades.
You said I didn't have to.
I know, so it looks like you didn't share and share alike, now did it? You're going against your own teachings. I don't accept that. So you're going to come with us anyway.
You
Is
said
this,
I could go.
is this also a door?
yes.
Okay.
So there are in fact 4 huts, but
Yeah.
the
This
the
one's
fourth
hidden by shadow, so it's like these 3 kind of stick out behind it,
Yes.
but this one's mostly hidden. So
I
just
am
wanted to check.
immediately ball gagged the wizard.
She goes, wait, I have more to tell you. I do.
No,
Wait,
I
I thought
gag
you
her
wanted to
tight.
leave. Too late.
Where'd you get
I have
that?
more to tell you. I have more to tell you. Why are you here? I might be a thing to
My
say.
anal plug.
She's so gross. I love it. She does indeed have more to say if you want to ask her questions.
Oh,
Yeah,
eventually.
Well, all she keeps trying to say is, "Let me go. I want to leave."
I mean,
Well,
maybe.
when we have specific questions, we can ungag her.
Yeah.
You promised I could.
Listen,
You're
people pay
not
extra for what
dead.
you're getting right now, so
I
come
make
on.
it tight. It's almost hard for her to breathe.
Ooh, baby.
It's good,
I mean,
good thing I have good sciences.
Based on what apparently this type of monk that she is, with the tools that she has at her disposal,
Quarterstaff.
she knows what she's
no.
doing. Strength / sleight of hand.
I know how far I can push it.
Remember to say your safe word.
Kane has a pang of memory from Mel. Weird. So, yeah. So, what are you guys doing apart from ball gagging your evil wizard friend, prisoner, whatever you want to call him?
Yeah, friend is a bit much, but I guess checking each hut. One at a time. There's a bunch of skeleton bones and stuff, so we're just checking to see kind of what the end result is and what they have in there. These are bad enough, but what else?
I mean, from where you're standing on your boats, you see that each of the shacks appear to have a heavy wooden door that seems like soggy and like wet, but it has a large lock or a keyhole in each that you feel pretty strongly that your keys will fit and open.
All right, well, I think we're getting off the boats. Who has the wizard? Is it obscurity?
Hold on. I'll let you know. I don't think that's my strong suit. I can have the wizard.
Okay, maybe Kane and obscurity. In that case, if
you two are on wizard duty,
right? All right, so in that case, let's move our way up.
Are others getting off their boats? Are you leaving the wizard there?
No, I just can't move her.
Oh, okay. So where do you want her? That I guess is it, like I'm happy to put her wherever you want her. So
right, like there.
Okay.
Yeah. These two have got her.
Okay. So
we've got
Nim,
the spellcasters in the back.
Nim, as you approach the first door, and put your key into the lock, it slides in with this like greasy, wet, like sound, and as it opens, you see inside a massive cauldron, sticky with boiled fat, hanging over a wide hearth, and there's vials and glass-blowing implements and weird, bizarre-looking tools scattered across numerous shelves. And as you kind of look through here, this looks like this is like the manufacturing hut. This is where the bulk of like whatever potion brewing that they've been working on happens. At which point, Handria is like,
That's not the safe word.
Hey,
Still
Clearly.
not the safe word.
leave, Sylvanus, leave this to the professionals.
Ah, true.
We've got a professional monk dominatrix here. I think that's why we brought her. I forget the origin.
She decided
That's
to
canon
tell
now.
you. She decided to tell you, but okay.
I don't remember that. It's not what I remember happening. So yeah.
You do notice that there appear to be several freshly sealed vials that there are maybe like 6 or 7 of them that they have like a copper or some sort of metallic bond at the top of the vial, and they sit on this one rack. And if you give me an Arcana check, maybe I can tell you more.
Oh, I still have that open too. Nice. Got it in time. 14.
14. Unfortunately, you're not sure what these are, but you do recognize them as whatever is being made in this hut. These were things crafted in this hut. Maybe, so Sylvanus, you're not there.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah, but like actually, Sylvanus, I might even give you an advantage if you have access to like an herbology kit. Herbology. I don't know.
So
I do
what's
not.
the herbology there?
Oh, what's your herb?
I don't have an herbology kit, unfortunately. Mine's
Don't you
thieves'
mean
tools.
However, you might, or anybody else who has access to like alchemy or something like that, maybe. But for right now, because Nim is the only one looking in the room, Nim, you
Okay.
see them, and there are some 5, 6. There are 7 of these vials in there.
Oh, okay. If they don't make any move to, open, let her speak or anything, then I'm thinking we move on. I assume people will want to kind of rearrange.
Probably.
I'm gonna. Oh no!
No,
What happened to
no,
the map?
it's me. Hold on, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's GDP.
Control Z.
No,
For you.
it's fine. Hold on.
Looks like we're missing a couple people too.
Boom. I was trying to open the door, and I unfortunately.
Oh, that's the wrong layer.
How did we open the door? No, I was on the right
Lights.
layer.
Nope. Lights.
It's
The light layer.
Light layer.
Jen, can you still see everybody on the map
Okay.
at the bottom?
So all right. So it's not revealing anything behind them.
I will let
But
you know.
so I will do this. As you look in the
Yes.
second, as you look in the second room, Nim, you see what appears to be sleeping quarters. There are 3 very soggy-looking, like heaps, whether they were bedrolls that have rotted into what they are, or if they were pallets with hay on them at some point. You're not quite sure because they just look like moldy piles. But in the sort of center back of the room is a dead man chained to a wall covered with bite marks, and it looks like people had been chewing on him for quite some time.
All right.
From behind Kane, you hear.
If you were asking if I could see everybody's names on the bottom, I cannot. I can see our characters.
Yeah, that's weird because you're not.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
As you get to the third shack, and again slip your key into the lock and opens. The shack opens, and inside is a cage roughly the size of like what you would crate a dog in. And inside is gagged and chained in the one dry corner of the room is a young woman with like tattered leather armor and bright red hair. And as you see her and she kind of looks towards you, give
Alive.
me a yes, she is alive. Give me
Okay.
Oh, she's dead looking at you.
she's dead looking at you. Give me a intelligence check. Nim, please.
Yep. It's getting there. 15.
15. I'm going to say 15 is enough. Before you guys left Vidor or Vidor, the town that you were in where you paid way too much money for maps and rowboats and all that shit. So Venice, I think, had collected some rumors and heard about a redhead spellcaster who had headed into the bog several days before you with some bodyguards. And as you have this memory click in, the young woman looks up at you and says, "Ah, good. I've been waiting for you guys. I hope none of you died on my account." And as that happens, everybody hears, because this all kind of goes in tandem as that door opens from all around everybody, and I need everybody to roll me some initiative.
Why?
All right, 18's a good one. Oh, but let's see. I hope I get to go first. I really hope I get to go first. Nope, that's the wrong one. I want.
Why aren't you snapping?
Yep. So we got that. And they have 2. All right, so 22 is. Oh, wait, I got to check one thing real fast. Just in case. Bamp. 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 23 is the number to beat.
Well, I did not.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Good try. Good try. And so, unfortunately, all around everybody, Nim, you're kind of busy in the shack that you see this young woman in, as you recognize her as somebody that had left Vidor before you guys, and then all around you guys, you start to see these skeletons standing up. And there are a lot of them.
What are the skeletons made of?
Bone.
All right.
Just say it. Just say it.
Cheese.
Well,
Just
I
they're
didn't know
made
if they
of
were some
cheesy
sort of like
bone.
inorganic, you know.
No, they
whatever.
so when you get no, it's a, you know what, it's a valid question where everything is so moldy and rotted and everything. But when you guys arrived at the island, a couple people had made checks and saw that there were these like fully complete skeletal remains of humanoids left around the island, and it appears that the opening of this particular hut has awakened them. And so we're gonna get into some initiative right now, because here we go. Now, if you look up the skeleton in this particular game, it gives them all access to a longbow. I think that's pretty cheap, because you probably would have noticed a bunch of longbows hanging out. However, I am giving them their swords, but they have to move over some hurdles to get to you. Well, some of them do. So, the first skeleton is going to go. Let's make sure I've got this right. And no, I'm just saying it again. Nobody beat a 23, correct? I think we're good with that.
Correct.
Correct.
So getting over the fence is going to be a double movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20. This guy runs up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They don't have pack attack, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's 5, 10, 15, 20. This guy is stuck behind that wall. Somebody else is doing something else. 5, 10, 15, 20. This guy will move here. This guy goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this guy can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and get right here. All right. So first attack is coming at Sylvanus.
Hooray!
Let's see if it works. Actually, let's see if I can roll it doing this. I'm going to see. All right. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
No, it doesn't. So
Suck it, skeleton.
Oh, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. There's one thing that happens before this goes off, and that is from somewhere. You guys probably can't see it. Maybe some of you can. Who knows? There is a shrieking sound that seems to be coming from behind the second shack. Nim, can you see anything in this square right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is something shrieking back there, and it seems to be like supercharging the skeletons. Because this is what I get to do with what just happened. I rolled an 11 to hit Sylvanus, and then I just rolled a 4. Does a 15 hit you, Sylvanus?
Of course it does.
All right, so you take 6 points of piercing.
Okay.
The next one attacks you, Sylvanus, because why not? I'm gonna kill me a bard at some point. No, I won't. Yeah, maybe I will. What is happening right now? Oh, PC, you're killing me. Come on.
Really? I thought I was your target of choice.
Nope.
Whoa.
It's always the softie.
Give me a sec. I'm getting there. there.
He says that as though he hasn't killed a bard.
Or Eric before.
From full health.
All right, so a 16 hits you, Sylvanus, correct?
Yep, it
All right,
does.
you take 6 more points of piercing damage. All right, the one that ran up next to you, Kane, it tries to attack. Does a 22 hit you?
Just barely.
Take 3 points of damage.
Bastard.
The one that ran up to Oblivion runs up and tries to hit Oblivion. That's a 5. I'm not going to roll the additional to hit because that won't hit. The one that ran up on Nim, that's a 21.
Yeah, that
Plus,
is.
but it's a 25, so 3 points of piercing damage. I love how these guys like grab Sylvanus and do like max damage, and then for everybody else, it's like, nah, here's a couple points.
Yeah.
And I think that is everything that they can do right now. And so, it's your turn. What do you guys do? You also notice that Handria, the wizard, just like sits down cross-legged and goes like,
The wizard does not do that. I actually have the wizard tied to me around my waist, and I pick them up because they're so light and scrawny, and I literally use her body and fling it at the two skeletons that are.
All right.
I try to take out both of them.
Make a ranged attack, so it would be your dex plus your proficiency.
Okay. Hold on, I had just gotten out of.
You don't have you don't have like a feat or anything on your build that allows you to use like improvised weapons.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. I don't know.
I'm sure I do. I don't know. So
That's
I mean, I'm a
an
fucking
excellent
monk.
answer.
well, wait. So here's what I'm going to say is, I'll let you do this with just your dex modifier and your proficiency bonus. But if you hit, you can add your dexterity to the damage.
Okay, so I'm using my dex and my proficiency.
Yep, that is your to hit.
Got it.
Normally, I would say disadvantage, but we don't know you, Oblivion. We're just learning about you. So let's see what happens.
Obviously, you don't even know my name. Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? I thought it was Oblivion. Oh my god.
No, it
No.
continues to not be.
Obscurity. I like Oblivion better.
It continues
I like
to
Oblivion
not be Elder Scrolls 4.
And Roll20 won't let me back in. So
it didn't work then. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Well, you can't always watch it on Discord.
Let me know if this actually gets to you guys.
I will say this.
17.
Were you trying to hit both of them
Okay.
with her, or just the one?
17 plus my proficiency, which is 3, so 20.
20, and that was to hit the one directly in front of you, right?
I was going for both of them, but
I'm gonna say that like you can hit the one in front of you because it's improvised. It's a body, but that is a hit. So roll some damage.
Okay. What's my damage? My regular monk damage?
You know what? Let's say a falling, like what do you take from falling damage? Is it a D8 or a D10?
A D10. You mean not me personally, but anybody?
No, if you're falling, we've done this before. We'll say it's a D10.
It's a D6 every 10 feet.
D6,
like
okay.
Falling damage.
All right, so it's a D6 plus your dex is for damage, because it's fun.
Okay.
However, remember this, because next time I can grab one of you guys and throw you. I'm gonna do it.
Give me a second. To roll a D6, if I'm not doing it live, I have to get back into Roll20.
Or you can do it in D&D Beyond. If you go to the bottom left side, there's the little dice roller. You can pick that.
Oh, okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. D6. Did it roll or no?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay, I'm gonna click it again. Oh, got it. I don't want to do that. Hold on.
And by that, you mean tell us what you rolled, or?
No, I almost rolled 2d6. So it's going to be a d6 plus what? My dex?
Yes.
My dex is a plus 5. So 11 points of damage.
There it is.
All right, so the total was, sorry, 11?
11.
11, all right, wow. Good hit on this guy. Let's do this right off the bat. Bink, bank, boom. But not dead. Are you doing anything else on your turn? Also, I'm going to put Handria, I'm just going to put her right there.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Would I be allowed to another attack? Like what? Like that first throw was my attack, or are we saying that's my full action?
So you picked her up
attacks.
and threw her.
Yeah, normally I get 2 attacks. I just don't know if that counts as both.
You know what? This isn't like a boss fight, and you're not against anything. So sure, take another attack.
Okay.
However, in a boss fight, if you decide to throw somebody at the boss, friend or foe, that will be a out action. Just saying.
Okay. Got it. So then that was just to get him off guard and then coming with my nunchakus.
You didn't take the quarterstaff with the flame?
No. Oh, I don't know. We'll
You could
discuss it.
definitely have had that thing. Sorry, that you didn't say anything, but yeah, I mean, 100%. If you're hitting with that thing and get an extra D6,
You're doing what is it? A
Yeah.
D8 damage plus a D6. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty
yeah,
dope.
no, those are definitely in your hands.
Okay.
Or that
I'm not
is.
saying the nunchucks aren't cool, but like that's
Just
that's
tie
good.
tie one staff to the end of the nunchuck. You'll get like an extra 3 feet of length with the staff.
Yeah. You're doing it. What is it? The tri-staff?
But not exactly. Because
Yeah,
you're just
what
attaching
is
one,
it
so it's
called?
just one really long bad one.
What is it called though? It's called is it a three-legged staff? No, it's the
No, it's I think like you said, I think it's a tri-staff or something like that. Section staff.
three section staff. That's what it is. Yep. Okay. All right, but a 26 definitely hits. Yes. Sorry. And as long
I'll
as
add the
you don't,
information for that other weapon.
yeah, as long as you don't roll minimum, well, I guess. Oh no, that definitely does it. And you take the Skelly out. Skelly is dead.
Yeah, and so is the wizard. Good.
Oh nope, that's not what I meant. Hold on.
2-for-1 deal.
Okay, and then I'm going to let's see if I can do this. Patient offense. Yeah.
Like a key, like you're spending a key point to do this.
Yeah, so just so that I understand what the fuck this is, to take the dodge action as a bonus action on my turn. So does that help me when it's somebody else's turn?
It
So if
increases
you're being
your-
attacked, they have disadvantage on it.
Yes. Until the start of your next turn.
Until my next turn. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab the wizard and essentially use her as a body shield.
I'm gonna say you can't do that right now. You grabbed her, threw her, lashed out with another weapon, and then you've gone into like kind of like a full defensive mode. You know, like arms up, squat stance, like just anything that's coming at you is going to have a difficult time finding its way to get you.
Okay.
Done. All right, who's going next? Because it's everybody's turn.
I'm gonna cast.
Yeah, some sort of giant radius just came into effect.
No, it's just that everything within 30 feet of me, each undead that can see or hear me within that green area, must make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
Okay. And are they like obliterated? Is this like
no, it's turn undead, but I'm not there yet.
Okay, so
for,
if they
for right
fail,
now, it's just they spend their action, and they can't move willingly to a space within 30 feet of me. Can't take reactions, and for its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge. So they're trying to run from me. Every one that fails.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna start with this one and then just work my way around the table. All right.
While he's doing that, how's everyone's con save, by the way?
I feel like you're about to cast some big shit.
+1.
Well, I have a cantrip that's like nice and smallish, but still gets like 100 feet radius.
What are you talking about?
Thunderclap, man.
That's just the sound. It's only like 15 feet of damage.
Holy shit. I want a cantrip that's 100-foot radius. Everyone block your ears again.
But each creature within. Oh, I guess it's a 5-foot range. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I hear like.
No, this is what J4 had.
Okay.
This is the only thing he had left.
Because when I see 100 feet away, I'm like, okay, like people 100 feet away can hear that, but apparently not.
No, they do.
We're gonna be.
It's just
all
that.
kinds of nasties from the
It's
dark.
just that everything around you. So
yeah, I guess that
mean,
makes sense for
honestly,
me.
it's not even a bad situation right now. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it is for
just-
Moruck, but
Morak,
everyone
how's
in
your
there.
con save?
I
Right
can get out of the range real
Actually,
quick.
if I go there, would I provoke opportunity attack?
From
Nope.
who? Moruck.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me. I'll get you.
you better. You better.
Get your ass.
I want an ice knife
get.
stabbed in his ass as he's trying to run from you.
Ow.
You think you can run? Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're on my side.
So everybody that has that little face on failed, and so on their failure, on their turn they run away, or right now they do.
On their turn, and yeah, they can't. They use their dash action to run,
Okay,
and they can't
gotcha.
take reactions.
You give me an intelligence check, please.
Oh my goodness! Come on. But did it roll? Who can know? Got too much stuff going. My computer's dying.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, I know.
Doesn't help that mine's like 15 years old.
Yeah, I know. Mine is too. I've kind of updated some stuff on it, but still, like, it's old. And yes, that does not help. Did it roll? It didn't roll yet. I still see the thing. I hear the dice is in the air, but I hear it doing whatever it's doing. So we'll see it soon. It was not worth
it's
the
a
wait.
5. All right, yeah, you're not sure. You're not sure why this didn't work on more of them because it should have.
Okay.
Um,
Oh
and
crap!
these-
You know what I also wanted to do? I want to take my mace and toss it to the red-headed spellcaster.
She's currently bound and in a cage.
Right. I'm trying to toss it so that she can like get it and like smash her way out, if possible.
So her arms are behind her back. So like that's what I meant by bound. So like she's
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you might hit her in the face with it, and that'd be hilarious, but you're not going to be able to.
Well,
she's not
I'm
going to be able to
tossing it to the cage. In that case, do I have another item that I can toss to her? I don't think I have a knife. Although I don't know if it's even. Oh no! You know what I wanted to toss to her was one of the keys. And hope that might unlock the stuff.
She's gonna grab it with her teeth.
You throw the key.
Just
She looks
turn.
at it. And she's like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?"
Use
Just
your
deal with
fucking
those
hands.
goddamn
What are you
skeletons.
talking about? Just turn. Use your hands.
Anyway,
You seem like you were a person that's capable. Now you're being such a dick about your savior.
Tom, can these two make a con save? They need to do 16.
sure. Let's see. All right, let me double check something. All right, they both fail. So what happens?
They're each taking 9 damage.
9 damage.
Of
What is this?
Thunderclap?
Thunderclap. And Thunderclap affects multiple targets or just one?
It is. Let me just show you.
5 feet around you. Dude, you have this. You had it for J4. It was the one option that you had.
There's Thunderclap and there's another one that only targets one thing. That's why I was asking.
Shocking grab.
No, there's another sound-based one, but you can only choose a 5-foot square as opposed to a radius. That's why I was asking. But okay, so they both take that damage, and I should put some marks on them because wait a minute, what the this? Come on.
Sure.
Okay, and then we're gonna do this. Bing, bang. I'm gonna do that on him as well. Okay. So Venice went. Nim is gone. Obscurity, I got it right this time, has gone. Kane and Morak, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna request that Kane swings down here to help with these guys. Because this guy's gonna be running.
So you reach out your hand and just, Morak, the guy that's between you and Sylvanas, why don't you describe how you obliterate him with Shocking Grasp?
I ever so slightly just poke him, and then lightning surges through him, and he falls into a pile of bones.
Kevin, zap zap.
Right. Electricity.
All right, so yeah, you go zap zap on that guy. That guy's done. Kane, what are you doing? I'm sorry, Morak, is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, that's good.
Okay. Kane, what are you doing?
Not liking my computer's what I'm doing.
Nim has asked for help, but I think if you move, it still will provoke, even though that creature is frightened.
Incorrect.
They cannot take attacks of opportunity?
They do not get reactions.
Reactions. Okay, you're right. Okay. It still swings at you. No, I'm kidding.
So I'll attack this one.
Give yourself some advantage as you're buddying up on this.
What are the other? Did you ever get a chance to send me the stats on the sword?
I think we went over them, but effectively, you guys are. Hang on. That's why I keep notes. You guys are level 6 right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
No,
it is
7.
a +1. Are you guys level 7?
No, we're level 6.
All right, yeah.
God
So
damn
at
it,
level
Eric.
6,
blew
level
it.
6, it is a. I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I did that, but
Yep.
So plus, it is
I
a
have.
+1
I have.
weapon,
I'll send you the
and
recording.
it does a D6 of fire. Unless Mel says no, and then
So much
you have
fire.
to deal with Mel.
Everyone's getting extra fire damage. Excellent.
What does Mel have to say?
Oh, just Mel. If you ever just want to say no, you don't get to use the ability of this weapon.
Oh yeah.
As a spirit merged with this, you 100% can say that. So
Yeah. No, for sure. I remember my veto. Not yet.
all right, so a 14 is enough to hit.
She still
so
burns with the passion of sibling love.
It still sounds weird. All right, so it's a
to love your
total.
sibling.
It's a. Are you using 2 hands or 1 hand? I think it's 1 hand, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's a total of 13. See? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. And so as a total of 13, that is exactly how many hit points this particular skeleton has. So tell me what you do with this weapon to this skeleton as it falls.
I poke it in the eye.
Boop. Goes, my one weakness. Clatter. Bones fall to the ground. All right, that was everyone's turn, correct? All right. I'm going to deal with this. Oop, go ahead.
Now that guy's not there, I am gonna head over this way. and see what's going on.
All right, you get over there, and there is a much bigger, much more self-actualized upside-down skeleton looking at you.
Spider skeleton.
I don't know why it's upside down. On the map, it's the right way up, but for some reason, when I zoom in, it's upside down. So I don't know what's going on with that.
That's excellent.
But yeah, so you run over and you can see this thing, and it's still like shrieking and chittering, and you're like, this must be the thing that's giving them some extra stuff and things. So all right, everybody else is done. Yes, because I'm going to start doing skeleton stuff.
I'm going to use my bonus action for spiritual weapon next to this thing and try and hit it.
All right. Well, spirit. Yeah, because you can do it as a bonus action. Yep. So
Yeah.
all right. Bring that in. Where do you want it to be?
Just on the other side of him.
I forget what were we using for you?
That is a question and a half. I don't know.
I can't remember. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the fat guy in, and this will be your spiritual weapon.
The Fat Man.
Yeah.
Is that
From
Mega
Nintendo
Man?
Ice Hockey.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Fat hockey. Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. And so I assume that's roughly where you want it.
Yeah.
All right.
And
cool.
then it gets one attack that has been rolling for quite a bit.
Just remember, no advantage. Spiritual weapon does not get advantage, nor does it provide it.
Apparently it's a 10.
All right, a 10, unfortunately, will not hit.
Okay.
All right, so if the other skeletons that are scared of you can't see you, do they have to run away?
I believe. Let me see. Because I don't think it's like regular fear.
Oh, because it's a cleric thing, yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't say. No, just any one of them that can see or hear me at first, but after that it does not say anything. And that's for a minute.
Okay, all right. Do they get like another save or anything, or it's just, no, that's just it?
If it saves, it is turned for 1 minute. Or until it takes any damage.
All right, so 5. So the one I'm going to start with the one next to Sovenis. 5, 10, 15. Sovenis, you get an attack of opportunity if you want.
Oh.
That way you can keep it there.
So it can turn around and maybe attack you.
Right.
That said, it is pretty close to death, so you might be able, if you can hit it, you might finish it off.
Well, and specifically that it has to use its dash action.
Yeah.
So it already used an action.
Oh, really? Okay. This is funny.
We know you're using your rapier.
I'm trying, but it's not. It's
There
not
it is.
rolling.
It's doing it again. It's doing it again, isn't it?
Yep.
All right.
Do you guys know what a rapier is?
Because we
Now
do.
You do. Not even. It doesn't even tell what it is. Just that you're good at it. Allegedly.
All right. Let me do a +6 then. Roll d20.
13 is a hit.
Well, it'd be a 19, but yes.
Okay, so 19 is definitely, if a 13 is a hit, then 19 is too.
Right.
All right. So 1d8 +3.
So fun fact, even if you roll a 1, this thing only has 4 hit points left. So what do you do to it?
An 8. Great.
Boom. That one's dead. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. Bring him up here. This guy's going to try to run away and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'm going to basically put him right up there. All right, those were the runaway skis. This guy goes it's over to puts itself in a terrible position, but steps up to attack obscurity. So obscurity, let's see if it can hit you. I doubt it, but let's see. Yeah, that's a 5 on the die, so that doesn't even matter. That's not going to hit. This guy's going to move up into the dead guy's square and try to get Kane, so it's going to roll with some advantage. All right, and nice. Does a 19 hit you, Kane?
No.
All right, so that does nothing. That sucks. Dead, run away. That guy's there, that guy's there. Then we go to the big guy that's in front of Nim. And this guy... Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's do D20. Got oh, that's a nat 20. Oh, Nim. So this thing is a brute, which means a melee weapon deals 1 extra die of its damage when the skeleton hits. So it is doing 2d6 plus 3 piercing to you. That is 9 points of piercing damage at you. Oh, wait. That's a crit. That's a crit. So 6 is 12 plus 3. That's 15 points of piercing damage on you.
Okay.
All right. But that is the creature's turn. It goes to you guys. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make Handria try to, like, move over here and just get in the water. She crawls away.
Oh, hi there.
She's tied to me.
You
She ain't
threw
going
my
her.
waist.
You threw
Yes.
her.
There is length of rope enough for me to throw her 5 feet, but she isn't going much further than that.
All right. So, okay, maybe she crawls to right here then.
She's a
Give her
yo-yo
like
right now.
the ball and chain from Kill Bill 1. You know, she's throwing her, but she can pull it back.
Yeah. Now
100%.
Yeah. Now I
Monk.
penetrate you. Okay, great.
Right.
All right. So that was Evil Skeleton's turn. Nim, you can't see this, but the redhead is doing her best to try to break free, but is not being very successful. What do you guys do?
Can I see that, Tom?
Can you see? No.
Okay, I can see it on the map, and I was just like, I'm not sure I should be able to see that.
I mean, like this thing is the spiritual weapon that Nim just summoned.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Also, Nim, you're not on the map anymore. Where did you go?
I was muted too. I'm not sure. I think I may have thought I was clicked on a different window and was trying to hit backspace, and then may have gotten rid of her. So I'm going to be working on getting that back.
I can just put your token back on the map if you want.
I mean, yeah, if you can do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
In the meantime, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on that last skeleton that's hanging out.
I'm sorry, which one? Which one? The one that is okay. So there's a skeleton here. There's a skeleton.
I don't see
here.
that one.
Hang on.
That you.
Hold on. Let me get.
Oh, way up there. Okay.
No, hold on. I'm doing this because one of them was dead and he was standing on top of him. So there's one on either side of Kane, and then there are 2 that are way up by the trees up above. You can probably see this one. The other one's probably pretty hidden.
I'm gonna hit this one by Kane just so there's, they're focusing on the flanking one instead.
Okay.
I need a Dex 16.
That's a 19 on the roll, plus I can add more to it, so that's a
7. All right, then it looks like they avoid this.
Okay.
So. And does anyone not have inspiration right now?
Everybody's so goddamn inspired.
Okay, just want to make sure because I was going to give out more bardic inspiration if not. So.
I feel like I want to have a conversation with you at some point because I feel like I'm robbing you of giving out inspiration with like the questions, and I don't want to do that. But
No, it's fine. But because this allows it for more in case someone sucks on, a sucker save doesn't work out perfectly.
I mean, it is different, right? One's inspiration to roll a d20 to reroll, and then bardic inspiration is what yours is a d6.
You add a d8.
D8, that's right.
Nice.
You D8.
Yeah, so they're
You
different.
should be able to stack them.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
So does anyone need one? All right.
Thank you.
And that's it for me.
Okay, so Venice gone. Who else is gonna go?
Oh, let's throw out. I don't know if these things are immune to necrotic damage, but we're gonna find out.
Like 13 does hit it. It's also I'll also let you know because it's fantastic news more. They are not immune to necrotic damage. They are, however, immune to poison. So as long as this isn't poison, you're good.
Yep. It also this thing takes 10 necrotic damage and has disadvantage on attack rolls.
If you haven't taken fire damage during this combat, you do not get that additional damage. But if you have, you do. But with that, you drop the skeleton, and another combatant is off the map. Goes to Nim. I'm sorry. If you wanted to move, you can move, or bonus action for anything.
No.
All right. Nim, what are you doing?
Lagging. So, let's see if I have some other way of accessing this stuff. Because I'm gonna be attacking this thing and then having my other guy.
And spiritually attacking them.
Yes,
For sure.
exactly.
All right.
So, I'm gonna go with.
Sorry. Hold on one second.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's not. Holy shit.
Sorry about that, Nim. I got called from upstairs. I had to go deal with
No
something.
worries. So I am going to be. Oh crap! Where does that stuff go? It needs to make a Dex saving throw of 15, or take 4 points of radiant damage. And then I rolled a 23 on my attack with the spiritual weapon, and that does 10 damage.
All right, so it makes the save. It rolls a 17 for the save.
Okay, so no damage.
No damage on that, but the 27 is a hit.
Yeah.
What kind of damage does it do?
Force, I believe. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's force.
Okay. Yep. No, it is not immune to force damage. This
Cool.
This, greater skeleton, if you would. So how much damage does it take?
10 points of force damage.
Wow. All right. Okay. Any other actions on your turn? You attacked, spiritual weapon attacked, anything else?
No, I don't think so. My computer's not letting me anyway, so we'll go with no.
Okay. All right. So that is everybody's turn. The only combatant I have left on the map is this skeleton, and so the skeleton's going to try to attack Nim. Ooh, it's a 19 on the die, so I'm going to guess that a 24 hits you.
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately for me, not a crit this time. But 2d6 plus 3, as it comes in with another short sword stab. Well, that's 6 points, so another 9 points of piercing damage as it stabs at thee.
Okay.
But that is all it can do. Everybody else's turn. Have at it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Does an 18 hit the skeleton in front of Nim?
I was on mute. I was totally talking. So my question was, how are you trying to hit the skeleton behind the building? Because right now it's behind the building, and from where you're standing, you can't see it.
Oh, I can't see it. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Got
on
it.
the map, but you can't see it.
No worries.
What I also said while on mute was, if you wanted to try to run around the other side of the building, I don't know if your movement would allow you to do it, but you could try to come around the other side and either hit it at range or squeeze between the building and the spiritual weapon if you wanted to. But that's I was on mute, so that's why I was sitting here in silence talking to no one. There you go.
Is this spot a viable spot from
No,
clicking, or is that
it's basically a tree, and then there's a fence that's right there
okay?
too. So it's
Got it.
Nim is basically in the corner blocking full access of this thing, which is also a little bit behind the hut.
Can I see it from this spot? Would I have access to it from here?
If you made it over there, for sure. But remember that to get
Okay.
over the pile of bones and the
Yep.
fence is difficult terrain. So those will count as one of those both of those squares will count as a double space while you're moving.
Okay. My movement would allow that.
Okay. So for
But I am
sure,
also dragging a wizard behind
then
me.
you're
So
only if you're dragging something, you're only half speed.
half. Okay. Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for a minute, not do anything. And can we move that wizard 5 feet next to me?
Absolutely. Hadria comes over and is like, "Moo, moo, 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 moo,
Kick her in the
That's
face.
nice.
moo, 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 moo." I like it. Moo, moo. Anyways, all right. Anybody else doing stuff and things?
Is this skeleton up here still on the board?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna move over and then try to hit it with
Your best shot.
Sacred
Fire
Flame.
away. Sure.
So Dex 16, please.
Dex 16. Ooh. Does not get enough on its little bonus roll. You hit.
Did those guys move on their last turn as far away as they could, or do they not have to keep doing that?
No, you're right. They have to keep fleeing. So if I move the map up a little bit.
And they would have had to use the entirety of their movement.
You know what? They not to take this away from Sylvanas, but they run off into the bog.
They're fucking
Like
gone.
they're just gone into the swamp. I'm just gonna call them gone.
Okay.
Because you're right. I did not make them run away last turn. I had forgotten about them because they were not combatants anymore. Good call.
All right. What's still living then? Is
There
anything?
is one skeleton back
Wow.
here that
Okay.
Nim is battling.
Then in that case, let me.
There's
I'm
a
just
dead guy in hut number 2 that maybe you want to hang out and chat with.
a dead guy.
Covered in bite marks.
Oh.
And what hut was the red-haired person in a cage?
Third hut down here.
Okay.
Sounds like Sylvanus' alley right there. Ooh, close the door.
All right. Well, let me move on down and see if I can instead
I'm pretty
hit
sure we've
this.
established that that's Obscurity's alley.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can this guy make a
I
dex
think they give a
save?
run for the money for each other. That's what I'm saying. But so you're running over there, and you're going to try to do what to this guy? He needs a
Sacred
save.
Flame.
Sacred
Same
Flame. Same
thing.
thing. Same
Yeah.
thing. Okay. So let me do this. Let's see. Definitely passes it with flying colors.
Okay.
This guy's rolling rocks. Also, he's got much better saves. Well, I mean, better saves, but yeah.
He's the beer.
Okay.
He's the beer. All right, so Venice moved, cast a spell, bonus action. Also, you can see into this hut right here, and you see this woman whose hands are bound behind her back as she's struggling with something to try and rip apart the fetters that are keeping her bound.
All right. Yeah, I can't move until next turn into there to work the thieves' tools. All
I'm
right.
gonna use that for my turn. Then I'm
Okay.
gonna because I have enough movement to get into that hut. Obviously, I'm gonna see that she's messing with a key, and ask her hold the key and ask her name. She's not gagged, is she?
She is not gagged. She had spoken when Niman opened the door, and when she sees you, she says, "Oh, there's more of you. Good. Get me out of here. Why'd you bring that bitch in here?"
Oh, good. It sounds like we're on the same side. And I open her cage.
You're dragging somebody. You move there. Give me either an
I have
athletics or an acrobatics.
okay. I have 45 feet of movement, so even if I was
Oh
half,
no,
it
I
looks
got
like
you. I
that
got
would be
you.
enough. Gotcha.
Just saying.
Okay. No worries. What is that?
14 is enough that you start. Wait, did you go acrobatics? You start to leverage the cage itself, and she just looks at you and she's like, "I got the fucking key right here. Just fucking adventurers."
Wow. Wow. I take the key and I walk out.
Well, she's got the key, but fair enough. Fair enough.
Took the fucking key.
She goes,
My key now.
kick her in the face for me. Also, nice nunchucks. All right, who else is going? Moruk, Kane. Also, how bad does Nim look right now? I know you've taken 2 hits.
All right. Dirty 20 for
Wait,
9
dirty.
damage with spiritual weapon.
Wait, no, it's. Didn't you guys already go this turn? Oh no, you haven't. Oh, that's right. Okay, sure. Yep.
Ugh. And then a dex saving throw of 15 for 4 points again.
Okay. 15. That is a 17 on the die. Passes on that. However, I do want to put some dots on this guy because you are damaging him. Boom, boom. Yes. All right. So that leaves Kane for this round, I think.
FYI, I don't have the dotting ability.
You don't have the dotting ability?
I don't.
When you click on your character, like you click on
Mm-hmm.
token, there should be a gear that comes up as well as like.
Nothing comes up when I click on my character.
That's fine. Let me
Nothing at
see.
all. And can you move the wizard 5 feet from me?
Yes, indeed. I will put the wizard
Thank
right
you.
there if that's cool.
Yep.
Huh, that's you're right. I'm not getting anything on your character. Oh, but if I do this, and then I do this. Wait, let me do this. And then we'll do this. Yeah, that's really weird. I'm not getting any dots on you either. That's
Okay.
Is anybody
No
in
worries.
need of healing?
Nim probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not.
Nim's been getting stabbed in the face by this skeleton back here.
Dude, Nim's been. There has not been a miss on Nim.
Yeah, last fight was
for the
pretty rough
last
on
2
Nim,
weeks.
Too.
She dropped
Yes.
and she was sitting at 1. I got her back to. I was at 1, and then I used all my hit die, so I'm missing just 1, and now I'm down to like half again.
All right, you got 11.
I do enjoy how
Thank
that is a fact. And so Venice started this off with like, "Oh, you're always picking on me." Just saying.
Yeah. It's like that high AC isn't doing shit for me at the moment. $11 heal. Thanks. Finish loading. And then I don't know if everything was loading and stuff. Did you get all my deck save and attack?
Yes, you did 9 points of damage with your spiritual weapon, and you it made the save, so it didn't take from the spell. That said,
He's making the save against me, but no, he lets the fucking bard get Sacred Flame off.
Dolan, you if you click on
Bard hasn't gotten the Sacred Flame off yet.
Yeah.
I thought you got the one.
I got it back.
You got it back. All right, cool.
Yep.
Kevin, did you get the 11 points of healing or cure wounds that Kane just ran up and gave to you?
I did. Yes, thank you.
Okay. And I think that leaves Moruk then to do something if Moruk wants to do something. TJ, are you back or are you still away?
Well, if he's away, he's not going to be able to answer you.
You're so right. But if he's here, he could answer, which was why I asked the question. I mean, I would love to send him up north to fight those skeletons, except the skeletons have gone. So, unless anybody objects, I'm going to cut over to my skelly, attack Nim probably for the last time, and then you guys can dispatch it.
Let's see if he'll kind of run down here so that he gets like a shot at it in some way.
Shot at what?
Oh, okay.
There he is.
This
the last skelly on the
skeleton.
board.
I see 2.
So the 2 up north have just run into the bog and are gone. They were turned.
This guy?
This is the last guy.
Yeah.
Yep, right there.
Okay. 19.
Oh, even with the cover I was giving him, that's a hit.
Oh. 6, 7.
Points of damage. All right. He's not down. He's not dead yet. He's a beefy skelly. All right, I think that's the end of your round. I'm gonna go to him one more time. Come on, give me one more crit. I want to see if I can drop Nim again. Come on.
Oh, no.
It's not gonna be. But it's a 19, and I don't think a 19 hits you. 19 total. 19 doesn't
Correct.
hit you, right?
It does
All
not
right.
hit.
So it like gloshes. It is like and tries to stab you one more time. I'm thinking if anybody knows this reference, the Killer Instinct game and the spinal skeleton character who is just like that's the sound it makes as it tries to stab you, but it misses. And so I'm going to assume you guys can finish this guy off, but just in case. Go ahead. What do you guys do?
Bunch of spiritual or sacred flame.
All the spirit.
Yeah, we put our spirits into our sacred flame. Double sacred flame, right?
Heart, fire, spirit. All right. Yeah. So roll some dice. Tell me what happens.
So it has to roll some dice.
Oh, for the save
Dex save.
from you.
Yep.
Dex save. Ooh. It gets a 16. Is that enough?
Yes.
Okay. So it passes your attack, but what about your spiritual weapon?
Click, click. Boom.
Boom.
Coming down on the radio. Oh fuck.
Okay.
Maybe
11,
maybe it will get another shot.
11 points of damage. It is
No.
it's still up, but I gotta give it
No.
give it
No.
another dot.
I'll take the damage, but there's no way it hit.
Oh no, it didn't. It definitely didn't. So I'm gonna take that away. It's still doing good. Well, it's doing half, but yeah. All right. I just figured it was gonna hit because you were crushing it the last two. All right. Do you want to maybe move? It might provoke, but maybe try to slide somewhere so somebody else can get near it. Or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Now that we're heading over here, we're not snapping all the time. This is weird. Oh. No, that's just because of... This is odd.
So as you kind of go through the tree, it becomes like
I'll
you
just
can
stay
still
there.
see it, but basically I'm gonna give you cover and it gets cover. Is what's gonna happen because of the fence and all that other shit. But the lane is open if Kane wants to step up. Also, Kane, you do not get advantage from the spirit weapon. Just to repeat.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
It's in the spell. There's nothing I can do about it.
I'm continuing to talk to the Irish woman in the cage.
She compliments your triceps and says maybe you should spend more time working on your rear delts to get that fully like look.
That look.
Yeah.
By sizing her up, can I tell like what's her build? What's her structure? Does she look strong? Does she look athletic? Does she look fit? Does she look thin and scrawny?
I just want to throw this out that this sounds like the beginning of any dating conversation. What's her build?
Mm.
Is she fit? Is she
Yeah,
thick?
I
Is she
wouldn't ask that.
so she
Just observe
she
it.
I'm not asking, but I'm asking. She appears to be a fit, healthy individual who maybe is a little malnutritioned because it looks like she hasn't been fed for like maybe a day or a couple days. But for whatever reason, like from what maybe you've seen or gathered from here, it seems weird that she wasn't, immediately either turned into uh, um, components for spells and such, or used for other things, aka the body chained to a wall that was chewed on in the three Hadria's bedroom.
Looking around the hut, do I see any items, weapons, armor that looks like it might belong to her?
In this, I just want to make sure I've got this. In this particular hut, no. It seems like this hut is specifically reserved as like a prison or a jail that the Hadrias were using. But like there like apart from her, and what's actually interesting, I'll mention it again, is that like there's one dry spot in a corner of this cage that she was kind of like keeping herself to, as opposed to just sitting in like the muck and the mire. But apart from that, that's really the only thing in here. And if I won't make you make a roll again because you're in the. You can absolutely just like open the cage to help her out.
Is she wearing shoes?
She's wearing boots, leather boots.
And I ask her why is she in here versus becoming one of them out there? And I'm gesturing to the pile of bones or the skeletons or.
She looks at you and says, "Get me out of the cage, love, and I'll tell you the whole."
Okay.
But I promise you, I'm not going to try to eat you unless you pay me.
That says something.
In the back of your mind, you're like, apparently I got to work on my rear delts. I didn't realize that. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Fuck. I know
I thought I was tight. I thought I was crisp. What is this?
She just fucking met me and she's already picking me apart. I don't like it.
Has anybody seen the show Bodkin on Netflix? It's like it's like a real short, like 6 or 7 episode series, and it tells a story of like this. It tells an interesting tale that has some like supernatural elements woven into it. But one of the main characters is this woman Dove, who's this like no nonsense Irish chick that gets caught up in some bullshit and gets sent off on assignment in like West bullshit Ireland, and she's like, I don't fucking want to be back here. And her whole shtick is like the minute she's awake, she just starts talking shit to people, and I am 100% basing Katrina on her. So that's what it is. Also, I'd recommend it if you want to see a show. It's pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. But all right, so we've got some weird conversation. Not weird, but weird conversation happening in a hut. Kane, you stepped up. Did you attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. 25 is a hit, sir. 10 damage. 10 damage. Unfortunately, is not enough to kill this thing. However, you have more attacks, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see what you got. 19 is a hit. 6 more points of damage. Fortunately. Still not dead. Got a third attack? Got a bonus attack? Got something you can do?
Smite?
Oh, maybe use one of those Smeeties?
Not that you have to. Just paladin things.
I don't know if I have smite.
Yeah,
Wait,
you definitely do.
Can I try and attack this thing again, or has it gone already?
Divine Smite, it's at the bottom of your actions.
So Venice, I just want to give Kane the opportunity to maybe finish this up, and if he doesn't, then we'll go to you 100%.
Sounds good.
If you wanted to. It's a spell slot, so... I mean, we've got this fairly under wraps, but...
Yeah, I'll hold off.
Hold off for Zoloff. All right. So Venice, you pop your head back out of the tent. You see this thing is still up. What do you do?
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna try to hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
All right. Roll to hit. Giving it some slight cover, but... oh no, a 14 doesn't hit my brain. You got a second one of those?
Technically, yeah.
Well, see what you're gonna do. Pretty close. A 17 is a hit! Roll some damage. 9 points of damage. How do you Eldritch Blast this thing to its demise?
Blast into a million different little bone fragments.
Just like a Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, our battle ends.
So
You find yourself
well,
quietly on this swamp island, and we got to go over a couple things. But first, I want to find out what you guys are going to do with the witch, with Katrina, and with the unopened hut you haven't got to yet.
and with your new level.
So, what do we want to do
Well,
first?
with the key that Katrina that I took from Katrina's cage, I recognize it as one of the keys that Nim had. So I'm gonna assume that Nim, who is acting as our fearless leader, decided that Katrina should be freed, and I will let her out of the cage.
She comes out. She like stretches. That sort of like, you know, when you've been stuck like bent over working on something for a while. Just like, ugh. She comes around. She looks at you like square in the eye, and she just goes, "Thanks for the help." And as far as this one, why is this one still alive? And just like kicks one of the Handrias, just like bam.
Not for long.
And you just hear,
You know, I can't understand you. You know, try to use better language.
tell that to your monk friend who stuck a ball
Stop
gag
mumbling.
No,
in,
no. I
in her
just
mouth.
listen.
Enunciate.
I'm fucking with her.
You're not 3. Use your words.
And she'll kind of walk by you to get out into like the space and the surrounding area, just to like stretch and like feel like fresh, you know, bog air and whatnot. And she kind of takes in the rest of you, and she's like, "Oh,
Oxymoron there.
I see, yeah, I see it's not just
How
I see
nice.
I see it's not just one, but a whole bunch of yous. Well, you didn't all have to waste your break your backs to come rescue me, but it's nice that you did."
Not a problem. We felt we would be remiss if we did not at least help one other person who would befallen these terrible people.
I want to see what her rear delts look like.
You can't tell. She's got a shirt that's covering her, as opposed to your picture, which you're going with the most awesome of shirts, the sleeveless of shirts. So.
I start flexing my triceps.
You're just like, who has a mirror?
Kind of like,
Who has
right?
something?
just kind of holding them tight. You know what I mean? Just like I don't want to look like I'm flexing. But
Tell me,
like,
did they
just
go
like-
this way or that way?
There's
Yeah,
like
just-
there's like that tiny perspiration right at like the brow of your head, as you're just like, no, I'm cool. I got this.
yeah, exactly. It's humid here. It's humid.
No, it's a swamp. The swamp is affecting me. All right, so what else do you guys want to do here?
Gonna ask Katrina what's in that last hut.
What's in the hut?
And where's your gear?
She goes,
And what's your favorite color?
first of all,
What's your favorite dish?
I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar.
Zanzibar.
That's a whole different scenario. Stop it. Stop it. She says, I got all the gear I need on me already, but the things they did take off of me, I think they left in that last shack. And she kind of nods towards the last one that's there. This one. Oh, here. Are you gonna click for me? Click for me. There you go. All right.
And it looked like hut 2 was where they were brewing their concoction.
No, hut 1. Oh wow, thanks Roll20 for just, I guess, reestablishing a link right now. That's fun. So hut number 1 was where Nim observed
The
those
cauldron.
vials, the cauldron, and those like finished vials that nobody had identified yet. Hut number 2 was basically like bed chambers where there was a man chained to a wall covered in bite marks and dead. Hut number 3 is where you discover Katrina, and then hut number 4 you have not yet checked out. But when you asked, "Where's your gear?" she had kind of said, "I don't know, but I'm guessing if you've been working your way down, it's over there."
And behind hut number 5 is a brand new car.
No, but behind hut number 2 was a greater skeleton that could imbue other skeletons with some pretty dope things.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, no. But I really liked it. Like, so skeletons probably not a big challenge, but this made them kind of interesting, especially when you dropped the turn and it was like most of them rolled pretty okay, but like the scream power from the greater skeleton made them be like, no, we're not going anywhere. It was pretty dope. So plus their attacks, they got a bonus too, so that was pretty cool. I thought. But all right, so what are you guys doing?
I continue to talk to Katrina. I tell her that now seems like a good time to explain how you managed to get into that cage as opposed to chained to that wall.
Yeah, let's we can open the last door while
All right, so
we're
let's
starting
do
that.
it. Let's do it at the same time. And I'm not saying that to set off a trap. I'm saying let's do it at the same time. So as Obscurity is sort of pressing Katrina for details and facts, she says, "Look, I was part of one of these refugee bands that working my way down to just get down to Sequin, and sadly, I thought I had me boys set up right, thought we were good to go, and then a few nights in, this lovely ladies," and she turns and looks at the Hadria that you still have, or Handria that you still have, and she just says, "They took us, they killed my 3 fellows, turned them into something, and shoved me in here. I thought I could offer them some trade as far as spells and other things go, and sadly, I guess they bought it, but at the same rate, I don't know. Been sitting here for the last 4 days thinking either I'm dead or you folks showed up. So, got a smile on
Can
fate
I
when fate smiles on you."
can I do an insight to see how truthful she's being with me right now?
Mhm. Mm.
15?
She seems like she is very on level. Like she seems like she's being very legit. Maybe like she's talking down like any doubts that she might have had with regards to like her own survivability, etc. Um, but that like maybe that's the undertone that she's not being specific about, but that's what you. Also, Obscurity, I see a sleight of hand. What sleight of hand?
So the witch or wizard, whatever it is, um,
Whiz
has
itch.
just been has just been sort of kneeling on their knees on the ground next to me, and nobody really noticed this, but she's just been very quiet while I've been talking to Katrina. And if anybody looked closely, they would see that one of my daggers goes from the back of her cervical spine, and the pointy bit is coming out the front of her throat. And she's actually so quiet because I've just assassinated her.
Oh, that was dark.
I'm fine with this. It may have some effects, but roll me an attack roll with advantage and just don't get a double one. Those both work out. Neither of those I see red on. Okay. And so you've been able to do this. And as the party's kind of taking stock of what's going on, they're talking to this new potential ally that's shown up. You take your dagger and slip it quietly, discreetly into this enemy that you promised freedom to. And slowly back away as if nothing.
No, I'm standing right next to her, and I never promised her freedom.
Well, no, that's not true at all. She effectively said, I'll lead you to my island if I can go free. And people said, okay. And
I never promised her freedom.
that sounds like a politician's answer as opposed to somebody else. But we'll deal with this as we will, because at the same rate or at the same time, Nim has opened up the fourth hut, the last room. And as Nim opens the last door, Nim sees that in a pile are 6 small, like, boxes or coffers that are spilling over with wealth. And
Oh, well, that's nice.
if she deigns to go in further, do you?
I'm gonna take a look around first and just make sure, but yeah.
It seems okay. You see that in this room there is also like numerous sets of like soggy clothes, rotted spell books, weapons, and armor in varying states of rust. But in those coffers is nothing short of 300 platinum pieces of gold. That is 30,000 gold that you have just found.
Damn.
Yeah, don't get excited. Then we go into a fucking hallway and it all gets destroyed. Fuck you, TJ.
No, well, not yet, at least. The thing I would also say to you is that, Nim, as you're looking through this room, give me a wisdom save. We'll go with that. Instead of a wisdom check, a wisdom save. Not
Okay.
because a spell is affecting you, but because I want to give you a better bonus if you have it.
Yeah. Wisdom save. Ugh, 9.
That's enough, actually, for this. That is enough to know that the weapons and armor in this room, nothing is magical, but there is enough that if there is a baseline item that somebody wants to sort of upgrade what you currently have, and somebody in the group has mending, you can absolutely get what you want out of this room.
More, don't you have the ability to do that?
I think somebody does. I think somebody had mentioned it.
Because, like, wasn't that something where, like, you could choose a different spell? And then I remember it being like, okay, perfect, we're on the same page. I forget.
What, my wizard hat?
Was that what it is?
The wizard
The
hat,
wizard hat
do,
gives you
like,
mending?
It gives you
yeah,
the
cast
ability
it
to...
once. We need something mended?
So,
Apparently.
so if there is a armor weapon that anybody is looking to have, Nim, maybe you want a dagger because you didn't have one, etc.
I'd love better leather armor, studded armor, but that's me.
You can get it. You can get it right now if you can cast mending.
Yeah, Mora can.
Yep. As you're looking through this, Katrina kind of like climbs up next to you and moves in and reaches up towards one shelf that's off to the left and pulls like this knapsack down confidently and says, well, it's good to see that my stuff is still in one piece, and grabs her bag.
Obscurity's just like, hold on a second, your stuff.
Well, I thought adventurers were supposed to loot the dead foes. So, I mean, you may want to take my things, but maybe my things will help me help you. Already done it once.
No,
Why don't we do it again?
Yeah, so... yeah, I guess, if we can just kind of get stuff, like, because it's just around and whatever, then it's just like, yeah, I'll grab a dagger. We got
again, how often can Moruk cast mending?
He can just cast it.
Like at will, or is there a limitation?
Yes, because it's a cantrip.
Oh, then yeah. So whatever it is, as long as it is a common item, then yes. And then the last thing, or I run to the fridge and grab myself a beer, I would like to know what you are planning to do with the last hundred. You don't have to answer right now, but I'm going to run to the fridge. Let's figure that out, and then we'll go.
The last what? What was he asking about?
Didn't somebody just assassinate them?
Yeah, was he saying the witch?
Oh, the last one that that's attached to Oblivion.
Yeah, but didn't she just assassinate them?
But, I mean, that's...
And that's why Tom keeps calling me Oblivion.
Right. Well, that's why Eric does, because Tom was.
Oh, obscurity. Sorry.
My mistake.
Yeah, so if you killed the witch, it's kind of going to be something where it's like, hey, we said we would let her free. Oh, well. Oh, no. I can't believe you broke your word. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I can't believe. Why would you do that? Oh, because of all of this. Okay, got it. Yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to check out those bottles, the vials in House 1.
Yeah, that would be an Arcana check. And also, so I'm not applying anything to this, but I'm just saying that when we have paladins in the group, where we have people, clerics in the group, is there a tenet with regards to your deities that would either look disfavorably upon the killing of a helpless foe or not? And it's up to you. I'm not looking to like rain down on them. I'm just asking.
I actually didn't see it. I was over dealing with the skeleton.
No, you would find out about it though. That's what I mean.
Well, it's not like there's anything I could do about it after the fact.
Again,
also, this thing was like undead, like clearly very well on its way to undead.
She wasn't undead. He was still
eating
living.
People.
She was eating people, but she wasn't undead yet. She just
I think
had
that would be kind of against the paladins and the clerics code.
she had certain proclivities, but she was also bound, and a tenet had been drawn with regards to surviving, and that was broken. I'm just asking. Now, if you say the god of
I ain't no
Twilight
devil.
cares not for this, and Cain, whoever it is that your benefactor is, says, I care not, that's fine. I'm just asking if there's any reverberations about this.
Yeah, no. Thanos is, what happens at night stays at night. And if you're saying, well, but it's the middle of the day,
Vegas of
it's like,
gods?
yeah,
How
but
dare-
if I close my eyes, it's basically the same as it being night. So,
All right.
yeah, especially this situation. It's just like, oh well. How many people did you promise, anything to?
Listen,
Maybe none. Maybe you were being honest about the fact that you were just going to turn them into sap. But
one of the
get
things
fucked.
that this game continues to bring is like questions
Bullshit.
of morality for characters to figure out.
Controversy.
Bullshit. Yes, you can say bullshit. You can say controversy, but this, I mean, this was a likely occurrence. I'm not saying it wasn't, but does it affect anybody's particular compass in a way that we need to note in the moment? That's all.
I wouldn't think so. Like I said, I had nothing to deal with it. I didn't even know what happened until after the fact.
Okay, so listen, if you had a great day at work and came home to find out that your neighbor killed your cat and you love your cat, you had nothing to do with the death of your cat. It doesn't mean you're not affected by it. That's why
Was
I'm
my
asking.
cat eating all of his friends?
Yes, that's what cats do. Have you never met a cat?
The fact that she's a cannibal and eating people, I don't think that there's very many that would have a problem with that.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, listen, I'm asking the question to ask the question.
I would also like to point out that it's well within my alignment, and I gave her a merciful death.
And I'm saying I'm fine with
Just pointing it out. Just pointing it out.
I'm also saying I have not heard from Sylvanas or Mo this at all.
I don't think I would really change. I mean, these things have been trying to attack us and eat us, so I mean, why? And they pretty much were trying to make me go to sleep randomly, so I don't know. I didn't like that.
And I don't like to go to sleep randomly. I like to plan that shit.
I'm a
I don't
goddamn
like
elf.
to be.
I
yeah,
couldn't
if
take
you-
I
green
have-
seed drug because
I
can't go
have
to
my
sleep.
sit and stare at
Yep.
10 p.m. every night. And they were like, oh, it's 9:30. Sleep. No, fuck that.
I'm
That's not how I roll. Elf.
I'm still trying to catch up socially, and I'm just taking a note about what happened, and I'm trying to figure out how to make new friends. And I write down in a book, comment on body, and then jot down. Very confused by it. Ask about cup size. Like, that's needed.
Checks out. Yep.
I'm learning so much out in the world.
Oh, shit. She must have asked
How
the wrong
much-
question.
How much can you bench? Well, how much can you squat? Yeah.
How quietly can you kill somebody we have as a captive? Perfect question. Very, very.
Completely acceptable. That's what I
Very
write down.
quietly. Very quietly.
So, the first thing I want to say is, good job. The second thing I want to say is, Kevin, you're right. You guys, if you choose to rest, when you choose to rest, whether it's here or back on the island that you defended against these people first, as you awake in the morning, you 100% feel stronger. You have leveled up to level 7.
Oh. Yeah.
Now here's something interesting to say. At level 7, a particular item that one of you have unlocks a new ability. Mel, do you want to hold on to that and let them know when you feel ready? Do you want them to know right away?
Who are you asking that of?
Mel.
Oh,
Mel, the weapon you possess as Kane has grown in level
oh, the
and
weapon I am.
yes, um,
Gotcha.
you've unlocked a new ability. And do you want Kane to be aware of this, or do you?
No,
Do
I want him to be surprised when it happens.
well, he would need to select that it happens. So, do you
You know,
want?
I can't select that it happens.
You know what? Sure, sure. So this week I will let you know
Yeah,
what the new
let me
ability
know.
is, and then
Hmm.
when you decide, this is fucking so stupid, but I love it. Um, you can know what it is.
Okie doke.
So would studded leather be available?
It is a common item, so yes.
There you go.
So as long as mending can be cast, so too can this. Can somebody have that as an item? So too can you have a dagger? Are there any other common items that people would like to have mended and get?
Yes. A
I draw.
laser
Wait.
rifle.
No, no. Actually, you know what? For shits and gigs, I will give you a 10% chance. So roll a d10, call a number up before you roll it, and go from there.
I was joking, but 7.
Okay,
No.
roll a d10. Did not get it. But you know what? I do believe that like the laser or the Hellfire rifle or whatever it is listed as common. So that's
Yeah, that I'm literally looking at this. You know
yeah. I
what?
was like, I made my bed. I'll sleep in it. So
Oh,
Can
you
I
know,
try?
there,
Can,
the one thing I just wanted to ask, how about an airship? Because that's also common.
So first of all, that's a great ask, but I'm not going to let you roll at all because it does not fit in this hut. So no.
but
Well,
pieces
we'll
of it
have to
could.
pump it up, but
Pump it up, pump it up.
Pump
right.
the jam, pump it up. Uh, can I try for studded armor?
No, you can just have it.
Yeah,
Just
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I was
that's what I'm
asking
saying.
for
You just
you.
have it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you cannot. Anyone else? Yes, but
Right.
you, no. I haven't been able
I,
to kill you yet.
I'm not even gonna use it because I've got heavy armor on, and then I just take that and it's like
Oh,
that was
but
the last one.
because this came up, Nim, what do you want as like the image for your spiritual weapon? Just so we're not so I'm not like putting random things on the map. Like, do you want a weapon? Do you want like an image? Like, what is your spiritual weapon?
I don't know. I think one of the things. Well, I know the thing I used for the moonbeam was my little you know, this the little like ghost guy around me, and I cut out just one of them.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you know what? Like, if you do
I don't
that,
remember where that was. You know what?
I'll
That would be
I can do it.
on the map that we had fought where we got the sword.
Okay, I'll see if I can get that reestablished in like my library.
Yeah.
Why? Why did I just get kicked? Oh no. Yeah. Why did I just get kicked out of this? I literally just got kicked out of Roll20. No. All right.
Yeah.
So
That's been the night.
Nim. Okay. Is there anything anybody else needs as far as like tokens, items, etc.? Just so I can try to get it set up so it's not hard to pull up. No? Cool. All right. All right. So as it is 11:29, I would like to press a little bit further, but if people want to say it's 11:29 and let's cut it here, we can do that too. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I can go a little bit.
thoughts, concerns, comments?
I'm
Not yet.
running out of steam, so not too much.
All right,
But-
so listen, I'm going to try and fast forward through this, and then depending upon choices made, we'll see where we go next. So here we go. You guys wake up rested, revived. One last dead Handria, blood on someone's hands. It's fine. Let's not worry about it. And you set off along the maps that you purchased that showed your way from Vidor through the sour swamp to your final destination of Sequin. As you press on, days pass, maybe 1, 2. You start to see on the horizon smoke and like tiny streams of what must be campfires, hearths in the horizon, which makes you think that you must be getting towards where you need to be. And on this day, you look up, and I'm not going to make you make a check, but you see a hawk that's flying like several hundred feet up in the air, which makes no sense. Like, hawks peruse near the canopy to strike down and get their prey, and yet this thing seems to be acting like some sort of like sentinel above everything. And as you continue along, and as the path starts to dry up, you have to abandon your boats and start to walk on pathways that seem like well paved, if not like formerly actual roads, but they seem super antiquated and beat down. And as you start to do this, you see that hawk again, like shriek and continue onwards. And as you start to push forward yet again, about a half hour later, a group of Shaelesti elves pop out. There's several, like half dozen to a dozen of them, that say, "Halt! What are your reasons for traveling these paths?"
We seek to escape. Sorry, before we get too far into this, did anyone get to make the other Arcana check if they wanted to check out the vials? Because I know we were kind of jumping around to different stuff.
I'll toss one out there. And I got a nat 1.
Nice.
So Venice, why don't you? So Venice, I know you were going to do it too. So.
Yeah. Let me go back to my page. 15.
The 15. You know that these are alchemical items known as Tide Reaver's Tears. Well, a singular one is known as a Tide Reaver's Tear, but because you have, 6 or 7 of them, they're known as Tide Reaver's Tears. These glass vials appear to be filled with bloody tears. I don't know what that looks like, but that's what it looks like. And despite the sort of metallic flange at the top that keeps them sealed, they leak constantly, these red droplets. The drips soon evaporate, but while holding one of these, you have advantage on strength ability checks, saving throws to swim through water, and to avoid being pushed by strong winds and or water.
Ooh. I might take some of these.
While activated, you also likewise drip blood from your eyes, which is eerie, but does not harm you.
Oh, alright. I'll take a couple of these. A few of these.
So, well, I'm assuming Nim grabbed all 6 or
Probably,
grabbed all
yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah, I know
So, yeah.
that I grabbed one off of the cleric. No, the druid.
And
from before.
because you guys are you guys are still traveling with Entoura, even though we're not using them on the
Yes.
map.
And add, +1 to that now.
Yeah, exactly. Kristen will offer at some point. She says, like, very sort of ephemeric, is just like, I feel these will be necessary. And the storms we've been facing grow in intensity, and then ups the goddamn spirit voices. But that said, what you guys are currently dealing with is Shaelesti elves that have stopped you and said, "Halt! Tell us why you come through these pathways."
To seek the Holy Grail.
They shoot you in the face.
Fair. We are escaping the Regician Empire and their march forward.
There's like murmuring betwixt the elves, and then this one figure steps forward, who is like clearly adorned in like some sort of regal attire, and on his shoulder you see the hawk been noticing for the last like day or so.
Yeah.
It says, "You seem like adventurers. You seem like people well versed in adversity and travel. I can respect that. But can you respect that my people and myself are here from one of the many ships that have been dispatched to ensure that Regesia does not interfere or take advantage of the powers that be in Sequin? I myself and these folks around me, these elves, these high elves, are from the Osprey, a Shaelesti ship currently sailing to Sequin to offer an alliance, because we suspect Sequin has already been infiltrated by Regician agents. I want everybody to give me an insight right now."
And is that where we're going?
Yes, you are going to Sequin, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 26.
Nice.
6. Okay.
Loading.
Always freaking loading.
Come on, stupid thing, roll the dice. Oh. We definitely know what's up.
What's everybody got?
We've got a 26 and a 22, and that 22 is a crit. Then we have other numbers that are not as impressive.
Oh, that's a me.
We're not worried about those. Dude, you have twice what Obscurity has. Not to throw her under the bus, just you don't get to celebrate it.
Oh.
All right. So
It's mediocre.
This person, this elf in front of you says, "We do not wish to seem overburdensome, and we appreciate any troubles or trials that you have faced to get here. We need to ensure that Sequin is not being invaded by further Regician spies. And as such, we ask for the privilege of being allowed to search your possessions. Do not wish this to come to blows or harm, and should we find nothing incriminating or damning on you, we will let you pass. But we ask this.
What exactly are you looking for?
We seek only to ensure that Sequin is being invaded by further Regessian agents that would turn that port both against the refugees and against our own empire of Shaelesti.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to allow people's insight checks to roll, especially the super high ones. And your insight checks feel that this guy, Thalen, Thalan, Thalen, is being legitimate. However, if anybody wants to roll a history or investigation check, I can tell you a little bit more.
I got a so no.
Did Katrina come with us, or she?
Katrina is
gone?
with you, yes.
Okay.
She's still with you, yes.
I'm traveling invisibly with the group.
Invisible killer / stalker? Okay.
Yeah, and not like right next to the group, but like, relative distance.
Weirdo. All right.
And what did our insight, like, they seem genuine about this?
So it seems like they're being super legit, that as long as you're not possessing like things that say we support Regessia and we want Regessia to win and kill everybody else in the Shaelesti, that they're going to let you through. But they've asked you if it's okay if they search you.
Now, I have to clarify this because I just want to make sure, because there's been a lot of the very similar names. Are these the ones that Shialis was working with? The Shaelesti? Or is that a different group?
So the Shaelesti are the elves from the Shaelesti. As far as this elf does not seem to be that. And I'm letting those super high insight checks roll into this. This seems to be an agent of the Shaelesti Empire, the Elvish Empire, that is being very legitimate and is just saying our blockade of Sequen and this sort of like requested like body search is to ensure that Regessia isn't infiltrating Sequen further to thwart or to bring down Shaelesti, the Shaelesti Empire. However, I'll also tell you, you may not fully understand, but this guy Thalen appears to be of some noteworthiness, and you can tell that by like both his sort of level of aristocracy as well as like his dress. Like he is far and above what those around him seem to be adorned in and sort of bringing to bear as far as a presence.
So are we getting to a point where we have to sail to Sequin?
No. The path that you are on, we
went around.
You've seen the sort of smoke, and that's a bad word. You've seen like, maybe I could say smog, right? Like you've seen like a city creates a sort of ambience that is not natural. And as you've progressed through the swamp and gotten to sort of solid ground, you see that you are progressing in the right direction, and the maps that you've had, even though they've been a little fucked up, have been good. However, as you are now maybe a day or so away from that final destination of Sequin, this group has stopped you, explaining that the Shaelesti elves have created a blockade, a naval blockade around Sequin to ensure that Regesia cannot invade it that way. But they've done it not because they want to protect Sequin, but because they are seeking to protect themselves. That additionally leads to this encounter that you're having right now. This Thalen is saying, we wish to search your persons to ensure that you are not foes to Shaelesti. You are not like rebel agents that are coming into Sequin to foment, like riotous or anti Shaelesti behavior kind of thing. And so that's where you find yourself right now. And I apologize because I know we're trying to wrap this up, but I have not done this yet. I have to go use the bathroom, so I'll be back.
So I'm just worried about the tube there.
Maybe our bard can cast invisibility on the tube.
Oh, not just. I think I have greater invisibility.
Tube's
That
gonna be
helps.
so invisible.
All right, back. Sorry about that.
So I think what's happening is I'm going to be casting greater invisibility.
In front of a bunch of elves who will take that as a hostile effect.
Okay. Never mind.
Not on us, on a tube. On the scroll?
Yeah, the scroll tube.
Okay.
Oh, so if you're gonna try to do that, why don't we do this? So you realize that you've been carrying something that is important at this point. So why don't you roll me a luck percentile, and I'm going to give you a 75% chance that you're not doing this in the instant right now, so you don't have to roll sleight of hand. So why don't we roll a d4? Pick one number, and if that number comes up, you fucked up. But if it's any other number besides that, then you have done this already.
All right.
Is
Probably a 1 then, right?
I'll roll a d4 and see what happens.
is there any way we can increase the odds if I put on some kind of display?
I think
Like,
I
go
just.
ahead.
No. What
I've
I'm
just
saying is,
passed it.
what I'm saying is, you guys know you have an item of input. So this is a 75% chance that this spell is in effect as you're having this conversation.
Got
If
it.
this doesn't happen, then yes, let's create a display that creates a distraction.
But it
So,
looks like it worked because I had chosen 1.
and you rolled a
was a 2.
Yanni 2. So
Yep.
so the scroll tube is currently in a state of some sort of so you've got the
Visibility.
scroll tube okay. All right. Is anybody else worried about anything? Or are you good?
Good.
Did he just say be right back or did you say burp? I don't know. Burp, burp.
Boom, boom,
Okay.
boom.
Burp, burp, burp. Bing, bang, boom. You're fired. Anyways. All right. So are you going to let them search you at this point?
guess so, but I mean, unless anyone has any other thoughts, but I'm also going to be asking about what we can do to help with any of the spies from Regesia that have already infiltrated Sequin. We've come to aid in the battle against Regesia.
So I will say this. Thalen and his... Well, Thalen doesn't do it. His bodyguard, his group, come and basically give everybody a pat down, kind of like when you're walking into a sporting event kind of thing. And anybody's got a bag. They ask the
Except
bag
it's
to be
more like,
opened.
yup, that's a weapon. Yup, this is also a weapon. Yup, that's a weapon.
Yeah, but that's okay. You need those to not die in a swamp. Totally understand. Right. Okay. So they work through that. But Thalen says, we've received rumors that there were some witches or something in this swamp that were creating they were creating alchemical mean for the Regesians in Sequin to continue their sort of like obfuscation activities, their sort of like things. So if you find anything else out about these witches or what they've been providing, that could be helpful, and we appreciate any effort. Good.
I have great news. You don't have to stop talking about them in past tense.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You can continue talking about them in past tense because we found and slayed the witches.
Did you find out who they were fighting their, or what they were doing, or why they were being contracted?
No. They only spoke so much.
Thalen like pauses and sighs and says, "It's a pity. I'm sure they may have been wealth of information, given the chance. But to know that they are no longer serving and fighting is beneficial. We thank you for your aid in this. Perhaps it will be that we meet again. Thank you for both your patience and your understanding. Just know that we, the Shelesti, are patrolling the harbor around Sequin, not to provide a disparate advantage to these people, but to make sure that they are safe and that we are safe." And so with that, they turn to leave.
So this might be weird, but maybe he'll want to. Maybe not. Savannis, do you want to try and hold the ancestry cord with any of these elves?
I can try.
Maybe you're actually related to some of these high blood.
Maybe they're from space as well.
Right. I don't know the difference between the different types of elves, so they're all elves to me.
Well, remember, to use the ancestry, you have to wrap it around two individuals' arms. So you would have to ask, I'm assuming that you're not just launching an assault at Thalen and saying, "Tie this to you and me, bitch!"
Well, if you're attacking him, you wouldn't then say, "Do this." It would be more of just you're doing it for him.
I don't know. I'm thinking of Bleach when you use Bunkai as your technique, right? Like, it's just the same.
That's still not correct. It's still final form. But you keep living in your world, Tom.
But you know what?
I know.
You know what? I'm living in a world that I know. You don't know.
I'm living in a world of darkness.
Anyways, so are you going to try to do something? Do you want to ask that? I mean, you could ask that, but what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured was going to happen is like, I'd offer it to him to see if he wanted to ask
I can. Yeah, let me see if any would be willing to,
Any takers?
share the cord with me.
Thalen kind of glances briefly at like the still raining skies and says, I don't know if the town are seeking to provide you shelter. I don't know if the future provides shelter for us, but it's always important to know about those you can trust and those who you might have familial trust with. And he puts his arm out and allows you, if you want, to wrap the cord yourself and himself.
I shall.
You do it, and from what you've understood, that the cord should glow like a specific color, tone, whatever. But what instead seems to happen is the cord, as it's wrapped around both of your wrists, unbinds itself. But as it unbinds itself, it wraps in as if in a different pattern. Like, so instead of like several times around both your wrists as they're back to back, it involves itself like a serpent, like around one side between the hands and the other to complete a figure eight. And as it does so, Thalen says, things are bleak, but encourage those in power to accept our offer that we want to come and save them or protect them. We have the means to make conditions much better for the thousands that are trying to seek a sense of asylum and secret, and yet who do not have homes. I hope that when we meet again, we'll not be just here, but as allies. And as he says that, the chord seems to go from this like sort of like sparkling humming intensity to like drooping, and it lets go of his wrist and just drapes on yours so that you can take it off and put it back in your pocket.
Alright, I shall do that.
He says, but he goes to turn away and he turns back and he reaches out, and in that like classic medieval like clasp, you know, like where you grab someone's forearm and they grab.
Yep.
That happens, and he looks at you very intently in your eyes and he said, you may not be Shaylesti, but you should know there are more than song to learn. And he turns and walks away. And with that, I think we've hit a good point, because as you start to crest the next hill, as you've survived and moved past this, you guys are going to get to Sequin, and that's where we'll pick up next time. Unless anybody wants to talk about cool level 7 items that Kevin was trying to give you sooner than you should have gotten, like a super douche. So what do you got?
I don't think you're going to get anyone to agree to that part. Oh, yeah, he's such a dick trying to give us more levels. We hate him too. Good work, Tom.
Listen, yeah, that's fine. All right, but if anybody wants to sign off, sign off. But if anybody wants to talk about cool shit that they just got, I want to know. I'm interested. So let me know, and then we'll go from there.
Very good. I assume people will probably be going, so.
Yeah. All right.
Night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Later.
Wait, did I only get level 4?
Yep. Now, that's it. You're now level 2. That's where you're at.
No,
What did we get?
spells. Yeah, exactly.
It was breaking up there. It sounded like we got a level.
Yeah, we're up
to
7.
Yeah, you're level 7. Son of a bitch. You're level 7.
Sweet.
Tom, we could talk about that fire weapon thing that I've taken and how I add it to my character sheet.
Yeah, so 100%. What I'll do is I'll try to find the stats to you. In fact, let me make a note of that. Let me go into my Warburn notebook for my things to do this week. Let's say fire staff for jerk monk.
I knew the only one who would have a problem with what I did was you.
Don't wait till later. It's cool. Don't do it. But that said, yeah. So any other thoughts? Whatever.
No, I just had.
And make a note to tell me what Mel's sword.
Yeah. So my three notes for things I need to do this week is let Mel know about new sword ability. Ghost guy for Nim. So when Nim is like spirit weapon, we have Ghost guy. And then fire staff for the stupid monk. That's what I have. So
I also like the Ibuki second picture there that you linked.
I don't know how to make those pictures, or if they can be, if you guys can make them my picture in level 20, that would be phenomenal. I just don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Shit. I don't know why these are just showing up this way, but okay. Is this like the curly-haired elf?
Mm-hmm. So my elf can look a couple different ways. The close-up curly-haired one is if she's not in her getup, and the full-bodied one is if she is in her getup.
Right now, I only see one, so.
I posted 2 of them in Discord.
Oh shit! Yep, just found the ninja. Okay. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I like the ninja.
Yeah, that's Ibuki from Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
She's badass.
What?
She's
this
sick.
Is a new Street Fighter character?
No, not new. This is from Street Fighter 3. That's when I was playing her, at least.
Wait. She was in Street Fighter 4 because I played Street Fighter 4 and I don't remember her at all.
No, 3.
I
don't know if she was in 4.
That's what I mean. Like I played Street Fighter 2, did not play Street Fighter 3, then played Street Fighter 4 because Blanca was there, and I don't remember her. So okay.
Yeah, Street Fighter Third Strike. I don't know if I played 3 or 4 more, but I played them both a bunch with my buddy. But yeah, Ibuki was fun to play. She would slide, and then like if she got you, she would like slide toward you, and then end up on your back and just snap your neck, and then you would fall forward. Oh, it was sick. She was a badass.
I'm still staring. So, Dolan, I'm not gonna lie. The second picture, one with like the ninja mask and like the light dots in the eye.
Yeah.
100%. I want to make that your token.
Okay, do it.
All right. I mean, the other one's nice. It's like, oh look, I'm an elf with curly hair. Blah blah. Maybe
that's supposed to be like her kind of incognito look.
Wait, maybe that's what you do when you're talking to Katrina and you're, look, I've been working my rear delts. Is it better now? And she's like, no, you're still fucking weak. And you're like, I fucking hate you. Also, I gotta go to the gym right now. It's just what it is.
I hate you.
Why does your opinion matter so much to me?
Yeah. Why do I just think about what you're saying? Yeah.
The fucking curl ups.
I'm just gonna be at the gym forever because of this one person who's fucked me. But okay. And by that I mean verbally. But anyways.
Just constantly doing mountain climbers.
But then
exactly. I need rings.
Also she'll say stuff that it's just like, oh, and your nunchucks are cool, and it's like, yeah, well, thanks. That's yeah.
So not to reveal too much about that particular NPC, but that's her shtick. That is definitely her shtick. And the fact that we immediately found somebody that she could annoy means you should expect that. But what does anybody want to talk about level 7? Cool shit? Anything? Hopefully it's not like a goddamn druid where it goes, you get one more spell slot and fuck you.
Nope,
That's it
that's
for
it.
me.
That's the one. That's what I got. Is a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll
it's
put
level
mine in
4.
greater invisibility.
5e. So, anyways, anybody else?
I didn't get
Right.
anything besides, yeah, no extra spells or spell slot. I got an ability.
Monks always
I think,
get stuff.
evasion. I got evasion.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. All right. No other cool things to discuss or whatever, or you're good to go?
Yeah, I'll have to figure out which which spell I'm taking, and then it'll actually be cool. Right now, I'm trying to figure out getting some of this stuff set up for obscurity.
Though my evasion is not coming up on my character sheet. Hold on. Oh, there it goes. Features and traits. Yeah. Oh, and stillness of mind.
Oh,
So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can dismiss an effect that's causing me to be charmed or frightened as an action.
Very cool. Very cool. Eric, did you get anything great that for as a bard that's crushing it?
Yeah, I got greater invisibility.
Ooh.
That's about it.
Now we can only hit you if I have true sight or scent or echolocation or several other things.
Or
but,
blind sight. Or a bag of flour.
Or or as Tinker discovered, a bag of flour. So yes. So that's
Or
also
nuke.
called antiquification, but yes.
Antifa?
Nope, different. Nope, different. Very different. All different. But yeah, so I hope you guys are having fun. I hope that you are excited about a level up. You guys have made it through the sour swamp, and you're about to go to Sequin. And I wasn't sure where we would get to tonight, so I prepped a little bit more, but that's great. And then next week, next week's going to be a lot of disposition as far as like, no, I'm sorry, not disposition, exposition with regards to you're going to be in the city, and the city is going to take a hot minute to work your way through or figure it out, and there's a lot to go through. So I ask the following: if I tell you that an NPC is helpful, wants to help you, you might want to listen to them instead of murdering, aka the things that you missed with regards to what the witches were doing for someone. But that's all I've got.
Well, you know, things happen.
It's very true, but
More than one way to spike that.
I'm gonna choose Meta Magic Adept. Get an ability score improvement, level 4 wizard, and I'm adding 2. I got Quicken Spell. I'm trying to figure out another spell, meta magic to add. I can't figure out which one would be best.
All right, cool.
Well, I got the 3 So I've got Ibuki, regular obscurity, and my moonbeam. Ibuki's fucking badass. That's sick. This is incognito, obscurity. And then just because I'm not going to have it left out, I wasn't going to do this, but hey.
There it is. But, all right. I'm going to sign off and say goodnight to y'all.
Yep,
And,
sounds good.
We'll talk to y'all soon. And like I always say, I hope you all are having fun with it, because I can't wait to try to kill you later.
Yeah.
All right. Later, all.
Later.
Heightened spell is bullshit. I'm between twin spell, careful spell, and distant spell.
What's heightened?
Heightened, you spend 3 sorcery points just to give them disadvantage on a saving throw.
Oh.
And that's like...
That's expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so many. That's the most expensive one, because distant spell, I can double the range with 1 sorcery.
Yeah.
When you cast a spell that has a range of touch, you can use 1 sorcery point to make it 30 feet, which is pretty cool. Twin spell, as long as it doesn't target multiple, you can cast 2 of the spell. To be eligible, the spell is incapable of targeting more than 1 creature at the spell's current level. For example, Magic Missile and Scorching Ray aren't eligible, but Ray of Frost, Chromatic Orb are. What?
Do you have more distance spells, or do you have more spells that can target a singular creature? Just see which cost-benefit analysis between distance and multiplicity.
I feel like I have a lot of area of effect spells, and that's why I was kind of thinking careful, because my charisma modifier is the exact amount needed to not hit everybody in the party. So I can just say, I'm going to cast this spell and not hit anybody in the party. And just spend a sorcery point and then just boom, area of effect. So I can see that coming into play. But distant is also cool. But I don't know how often I'd use that. Because I already have a lot of spells that are 120 feet and stuff. So
yeah. Then I would say Nick's distant, and it's between careful or multiplying a spell. Careful is nice, because then it just really makes you more versatile with your area of effects.
Yeah, I think I can exchange them when I level up too. So it just
I think you might be limited to how many. If you're really worried about it. Rules is written. I think I have. I think I'm kind of in between banishment and control water. Although
Banishment's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Control water's 4th level or 3rd level?
Yes. 4th.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, that thing... Because banishment is really nice, but then also at the same time, especially where it's concentration, and I'm built around maintaining concentration, control water, though, just has such a massive effect. All over the place.
Especially since we've done so much, at least being near and or water traveling.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have helped in the swamp. You could have prevented those boats from even making it to our original.
Yeah, I was asleep, though, too. So.
Yeah.
Yes, but.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to 3rd level spells, but I don't get it because I'm only a 4th level wizard. Oh, all right. At least I get 2 with being a wizard.
And how many sorcery points do you get?
I'm leveling up wizard, but I get 2 additional sorcery points for the meta magic thing. So I'm at 5, even though I'm a 3rd level wizard.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I really want to get one object in particular because if you rest with this object, you can just refill your sorcery points with hit die. It's like a new thing from Tasha's. And I saw like a YouTuber talk about being a dwarf sorcerer. Yeah. So then in the middle of battle, dwarf is the only one if you have like a feat to like roll a hit die in the middle of combat. So if you can do that, you can just refill your sorcery points in the middle of combat, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
A lot of things in Tasha's are like just slightly game breaking.
Yeah.
Just enough.
You have to dodge and you get to roll a hit die. So then you gain health and then you refill 5 sorcery points. And that's the exact number I have. But I'm not a dwarf. So I would just do it during like a short rest. And I'll be like, okay,
Right.
I can refill up on spells. Like I can convert all of my sorcery points to spells, rest, and then refill that. And I'm trying not to run out of spells as this guy.
Don't your
Well,
sorcery
I mean, yeah.
points refill when you though?
No, they don't. Only on long rests do they refill. I can convert spell slots to sorcery points and vice versa, but yeah.
Yeah, because then otherwise you just, short rest, refill spell slots. Short rest, refill spell slots.
That's the nice thing about the monk is that my key points
Yes.
revamp at a short rest.
Oh, yeah. And then if you have key points and you're using the like variant rules, or not variant, but like the extra monk things, you can heal yourself for like 1d4 plus like your wisdom or something for 2 key points. So it's like, oh, I still have 4 key points. Heal,
Right.
and then recover them.
Right, exactly. Take a short rest.
How many times did I use mending tonight?
3, unless
3 times?
anyone else wanted to grab some stuff.
Like any common item, we could have just gotten any kind of common item that we wanted from that room.
Yeah, like depending on like as long as it's like kind of equipment. I was thinking like as long as it's equipment sort of stuff that people would have had on them.
Okay.
Sort of thing. Like he was talking mostly like weapons and armor sort of thing.
Then we can say a couple of my daggers, I guess, came from there.
Yeah.
If we wanted to mending a couple more times. It doesn't really matter at this point now.
Technically, I'm only supposed to cast mending once because they dwarf the common item for some reason. But
Okay.
I say go for it because I read the common item after, and apparently I can cast a cantrip once that I don't have access to, and I'm supposed to roll for it.
Yeah.
And I can't use it again. But I figured.
Oh, you can't use this until you finish a long rest. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. But like I have.
Well, I
when
didn't
do a
get to
long
that
rest-
part, so I'm not worried
That's
about
okay.
it.
That's fine.
I
mean, they're
stopped
common
reading
items.
before then.
For the amount of money that we spent on this hat, we can get as many common items as we want.
Right, seriously.
Right here.
We can get some daggers that we'll never, ever, ever use. So
Yeah.
come on.
We also got, 20 plate mail. We'll sell it later. No one needs it. We can just.
Right, exactly. I actually, when he took away the uncommon item that he gave us, I had Sentinel Shield, And then when he took that away, it's like, no, common item. And it's like, oh, well, you said fine. So I went plate armor. So that's why my AC is so high. And that stuff is like 2,500 gold. No, 1,500.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Pretty much what I did with the blue sapphire.
No, I know. Once you, it's like, all right, excellent. It's like that was straight up just for money. It's like mine's effective and like, but also could be sold.
Mm-hmm.
I do have one more cantrip I can grab, and I'm trying to figure out what I should use.
I mean, cantrips are always nice being able to just throw out different things situationally, especially when you've got the 2 different classes and you're up to like 7 cantrips. And it's just like, all right, I've got my damage ones, but like this could be useful in this situation. This could be useful if this comes up.
Mm-hmm. I like the encode thoughts one, where you can just like pull a strand of memory and display it, like the Dumbledore fucking cantrip. Like that one's cool, where I'm just like, hey, let's roll this back off of my memory and then just display it. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
And then Kevin can just send the video and just be like, here, I have this recorded.
We're casting it in real life.
Yeah. But I don't know what else to use. I mean, I can grab mending and then still have this hat as, whatever. Or message. And then there's mold earth, where I can just dig a grave once per round. Just take up 5 feet of dirt. Make a bunker.
Everyone's doing like a bunch of damage to stuff, and then TJ just goes,
Just buries the bodies.
This one's gonna be for you. And then he just decides who we all target. It's just like, that you're gonna be, this grave is for you.
Right. Exactly.
All right, here we go.
Literally just digs it behind them as they're standing there, and we're killing it.
That's the best part of us all going at once. He just runs behind everything, digs a hole, we destroy it, and he hops out as it falls in. Otherwise, it's an opportunity attack.
Message is nice. I really like message.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that
And
could
that's
help.
a cantrip?
Yeah. Let's see, cause
and then
it's only within a certain distance, or
there's that, and like he can send something and you can send something back, but then that's it.
That's message.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
With the new wizard ability from Tasha's every long rest, I can switch out cantrips. So this is
that's
cool.
Nice too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, yeah,
with...
when there's 700 cantrips to choose from.
All right. Mold earth, I can change regular terrain to difficult terrain, and then I can
vice versa.
Yeah. I can make difficult terrain. Yeah.
Because that whole swamp is technically difficult terrain.
This mountain's difficult to climb, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to make this into a rock climbing wall. There you go. Not so difficult anymore. For adventurers.
Can it go both? Normal terrain and then the difficult to... Yeah.
Yeah, the changes last an hour. I can only do like 5 feet per round.
I know.
I can just keep waving my hand. I don't even need to speak. I can just keep waving it and...
Yeah, you go first.
Making it all the way up. Yeah.
Or no, you go last.
You can cast it multiple times.
And then he's just making it...
Is he making difficult terrain non-difficult terrain, or is he making non-difficult terrain difficult terrain? So that would depend on where
he's doing both. He has to run around like a monk. Go to the front, make it easy. Go to the back, make it difficult.
Literally
go to the front, make it easy.
He's in the front, then we toss him to the back.
Right.
Kind of like the...
so that way, if anyone's chasing us, they end up in difficult terrain, even though we're going 3 feet per hour because we're waiting.
No, I mean, you could just do the multiplicity spell.
Right.
Cast easy terrain.
He
in
just
the front of
turns
the
into
party and
Michael
difficult in the
Keaton.
back. Yeah, exactly.
Infestation. So message or mold earth? What are we thinking?
I think for traveling, I would say Molder. I mean, you could change them. So if we're gonna be,
I mean, where
if
we're going
somebody's gonna be
into the town, I think right now we might want to go message.
message,
Be able to kind of send some stuff to each other.
I mean, it's likely we're gonna probably rest here. I don't know.
Right?
I have to see someone and point at them, and then I whisper the message.
So you have to see.
Yeah,
You
I
have
think
to
so.
see them. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to be like big and hey, you I'm whispering to.
I'm just saying it's as far as sight.
Yeah, I mean, it's 120 feet, but I can also point through objects, but then it reduces the amount, which is funny that it's so specific. You can cast this through. You can't.
No, it's just
Magical.
if it's something that blocks it, it'll stop it.
You can cast this through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier, magic, silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal. Yeah, they really break it down.
Yeah. Well, like, you
But
know,
you
all
can tell
the
it's
things
from the first book. It was from Tasha's. They're like, fuck it. Anyone in 120 feet.
Right, whatever.
Telepathy.
If you kind of know where you think they probably are, as long as, you know, if you're kind of within like a 90-foot area, like a 90-degree area, like if you choose the right quadrant, yeah, good, whatever. Tell them you can send them a novel, and then they can send back a text, just K.
Though an aspect of me really likes the chaos of random holes appearing throughout this town.
Yeah.
Like horses are just trotting along and then just in the middle of the road.
All right,
Just
now that we have two
just make a
instances
mass grave.
of greater invisibility.
Right.
You just make a mass grave outside of town. Like what? What? There's just like 120-foot hole here.
And there's just visible as long as
I mean, if any of the merchants in this town happen to be particular dickheads, we could just hang out here for a week and you can slowly degrade the foundations of their building until they just drop.
We just set up a construction scam. In the middle of this. I just put a hole. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to be good for your foundation. It's going to take a couple days, but I can do this for you.
There was I mean, this was in. Well, I mean, Marvel did it. I know. I don't know if DC did it too, where like there were like groups. Obviously, the first new Spider-Man movie really focused on it, where it's like the contractors who would go in and clean up behind the stuff, and then of course there was corruption and whatever. But like all the destruction from all the fights, like there were certain contractors who like specialized in it.
Yeah, I really like Shadow Blade, but I wish I could stack it with Darkness. But it would just be too strong. Or if I could hand off the blade to someone else, which would be cool. But I can't do that. You weave together threads of shadow and create a sword of solidified gloom in your hand. This magical sword lasts till the spell ends. It counts as a simple melee weapon. It deals 2d8 psychic damage, and its finesse light has thrown properties from 20 to 60 feet. In addition, when you use the sword to attack a target that is in dim light or darkness, you make it with advantage.
Ooh.
But being a caster and being like up front and close and personal
Yeah.
That
and being
sounds like
concentration. Well,
that's made for me. It actually
Yeah.
even has my last name.
Gloom?
Mm-hmm. That's her name,
Nice.
Obscurity Gloom.
Security. Cool. Oh, Vortex Warp. I know this one.
It's so funny that it's just there's 1,000 different ones and you're only at second level. As I'm like scrolling through. It's like, God, you have so many spells to choose from. It's like I'm at level 4 and I have like half of what you have so far.
Probably not even half.
Right.
I like Warding Wind as well. That's one I usually like to get. I'd never use it, but it's still fun. You just create strong winds around you, and then it deafens everybody in the area, extinguishes, let's see, vapor gas, strong wind. The area is difficult terrain, and attack rolls that have range have disadvantage. So it's like a protection thing. And then if he throws gas at us again, it just dissipates. So,
That is nice.
Yeah.
and then being deafened can help sometimes.
Yep.
What? I couldn't hear you try to manipulate me psychically.
Ooh, what was that? Okay. Moving on.
Oh, we were not supposed to kill her? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
For rituals, do you need to get the spell and like have it prepared?
I can actually, as a scribe wizard, I can cast one ritual spell instantly at normal time. So if it's an hour, I don't need to spend like an hour and 10 minutes or whatever it is to cast a ritual. So I think a ritual adds 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But instead I can cast it instantaneously, and then I need to wait for like a long rest or something.
You can cast it instantaneously, so if it's something that normally takes an hour, it wouldn't take you an hour.
Let me find it.
Not that anything takes an hour to cast.
Some rituals do, and then if you're gonna cast it as a ritual, it takes like an hour 10 for some reason. It's weird.
So you do have to prepare it
to
be able to use it.
It has to be in your spell book, doesn't it?
I think I don't think I know. I don't think I need to prepare it.
In my case, but I guess in anyone's case, the rituals aren't just also available. Also, I have Lehman's tiny hut.
You don't need to prepare the ritual. You get to. You can. Wait. Because I think you can cast ritual spells, but you have to use a spell slot. But if you don't use it as a ritual, it adds 10 minutes. Yeah. When you cast a wizard spell as a ritual, you can use the spell's normal casting time rather than adding 10 minutes to it. Once you use this benefit, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. As usually, rituals just add like a 10-minute thing.
Yep.
Right.
If you don't have to prepare it.
And it will just be its regular casting time, not the
so it's basically you're allowed to cast a ritual.
An extra spell.
Yeah, exactly. You're something that is a ritual just for free.
Yeah, and I don't need to have that prepared.
Well, that's nice.
Wait, what is Spirit Shroud?
You don't need to have it prepared.
It says that you have to have it prepared, Kevin.
Yeah, so when I go to my spells and then I go to all the way to the right, after all the levels and then concentration and ritual, and I just click on that one. If I choose one that has a ritual, that I don't have prepared, then it will pop up there. But if I unprepare it gets taken off.
That makes sense for a cleric because you can just choose all the spells.
Everything.
Like you could cast every ritual.
Right.
So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's what I was hoping.
Yeah.
I don't want to have, meld into stone prepared. When am I going to know that that's what I'm going to use? But if I can just do it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, for wizards, you can cast a wizard spell as a ritual if it has the ritual tag and it's in your spell book. You don't need to have it prepared. So.
Yeah, as long as you have it in your book, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's the limiting factor there, like you were saying. Where, like, I just have everything.
Yeah, if we just want to wait 10 minutes after, like, everything, I can just keep casting, like, Detect Magic.
Right.
Figure that shit out.
But you're a wizard / sorcerer, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And sorcerers don't have spell books. Only wizards do, correct?
Right.
So, like, is Tom having you choose what's in your spell book? Or are those the wizard spells you choose? Are those automatically in your spell book?
So, sorcerer knows their spells, so it goes on, like, their known spell list. So when I choose them from sorcerer, it's like you know that, and you can't exchange it.
They're like a bard.
Yeah. And then for wizard, you gain 2 spells per level, and they go into your book. But you, at the beginning of the day, you prepare a certain amount of spells, like your level plus your intelligence modifier. So then, so you have like a bunch of spells, but you need to make sure that you only get so many that you can prepare. So if I just have like a ton of ritual stuff that's in there, I can use one instantly if it comes up, or I can just spend 10 minutes plus the casting time to do it.
Which is kind of the same thing as, me preparing each morning. I just have the whole list, whereas you have to choose from them first, but you have more to choose to put in your book. Technically,
I could get like all the spells that we find if I can find a copy of it. I can just put it in my spell book. So the spell book can be huge. It's just how often do we come across scrolls and everything like that?
I mean, maybe that's something we get in this here town.
Yeah, I mean, if I can go to the library or something.
Expensive ink, probably, and expensive paper. Like
that's the cool thing about Scribe as well, is they said you have a magical quill that doesn't run out of ink, and you can copy stuff in half the time. So it's like,
oh, that's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's it is the most wizard of wizards. You don't get any benefits from the school like other classes, but you get to know a shit ton of spells. Yeah.
Most of those are only like anyway.
Exactly.
Like, for this kind of thing, you get this tiny little thing. It's like, oh, that's terrible. I do like the enhancement. No, not enhancement. Enchantment. That one's pretty cool. Because like you can, that was my little gnome guy. I had him where I would cast like hold person, and because I was an enchantment wizard, you can target like 2 different creatures. So it's like I had the chance to be holding 2 guys in the fight, and it's just like, well, those guys are just out of this.
Yeah. The stare, whatever, the enchanted stare that you get.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that. Just the fact that the enchantment or the enhancement. No, I was right. Enchantment wizard.
Yeah.
One of his
That's probably
things
one of the best.
if you use an enchantment spell, then you can that targets one person, you can have it target 2 creatures. So like hold person. And it's just like, damn. That's a lot.
It's awesome. It's like getting a slightly extra concentration.
Right. That, and then you go Warcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Bang. If you get them both, then now they're going to have a hard time. Well, no, people aren't going to break it from you, but they might be able to break out, potentially. But still, fun stuff. Those guys are good.
This one might be good for pirates. Air bubble. You just like surround the creature's face in an air bubble so they can breathe.
Yeah.
They get knocked out underwater. You don't just drown. You're like, here.
Right.
Yeah, my druid did that in the first game we played together.
Nice. I did not see this one before.
Water on the whale.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will come into play here, but
well, that and the funny thing too is like, but isn't there just underwater breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, are these
That's
not the same spell?
There's that too.
That's higher level though, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I would hope so, because then you can cast it on multiple people. With this one, air bubble, you can only cast it on like one person. It's like here, you can breathe.
Yep.
I thought it was a radius. Oh, it's only one person?
It's only one person. It's for 24 hours, but you can gain. Let's see, create a spectacle. But at higher levels, you can cast it on multiple people.
Yeah.
Two additional globes per level.
2 per level. Wow. That's interesting. And it starts out with just the one?
Yeah, I think so.
That's actually kind of funny, because it's something where it's like that's one where like that spell gets stronger the more that you add on to it, where like every other thing isn't like that.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how it specifies if the creature has more than one head, then you can still avoid it from suffocating because it just needs the one to breathe. Is what it says.
That's awesome.
The other one's like drowning, but it's like, it's okay. I got the lungs. It's
Don't
fine.
worry.
Feels like
This
you're
brain
drowning.
is still alive.
Just feels like you're suffocating. It's okay.
Right.
You'll be fine. Just continue to feel like you're suffocating.
Is that what you were saying to the wizard as you were torturing her?
I didn't torture her. It was a quick death. She didn't even know what happened.
No,
I'm talking about before that, when you were torturing her.
Yeah, she plugged up one nostril and she's like, didn't you take it for granted? Don't you wish you could use both?
You know what? That made it seem like she was enjoying that. So I still wouldn't call that torture.
Right. I'm struggling with this summer cold.
Allergies.
So, just don't expect much.
Talking to burn victims and everything. You're like, oh,
these
summer
just
cold.
like all these kids who are just like, just
Blown
gonna
up.
die. Just
Yeah.
like, yeah, what was it? They were victims of the terrorist attacks of the fucking
Clocketeers or something. I don't know. Not the Clocketeers. Whatever.
No.
Opposite
Right.
was.
The bad guys. I forget. Because I thought it was like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. But yeah.
Oh my God, it's summer.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Mind spike. Grabbing it. That was easy.
Just had to get to the M's.
Nice. Mind spike and
Yeah, it's too bad because I'm seeing Spirit Shroud is pretty cool, where there's like an aura, and every hit that anything that I hit takes an extra 1d8 of damage, and it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like I have an aura around me go up and start hitting stuff, but it's like yeah, but Twilight Cleric does not get like extra hits or anything, so it's definitely not melee. So never mind. Even though it's like thematically that works.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.